What's taking so long,
Yespixel, number 20, with our guests, Marabunta Grande. Go ahead and introduce yourself, boys.
We got the whole gang.
I play True Salamanca.
Ooh.
Salamanca. All right. Let's start with me, okay? I play Azul. I think a pretty interesting character. I never thought, Azul would become MG. Originally, I had him with another crew, but I think going into MG was kind of natural for Azul. I'm not like technically quote unquote an OG. I think 52 is the OGest MG. If I'm not wrong.
He was Marabunta in 2.0. He was.
But yeah, I play Azul. You can check me out at WildJing. And let me hand it off to RYURPG.
Hey, what's up, guys? RYURPG here. I roleplay as Rafael Sanchez on the server NoPixel whitelist. Been part of MG for over a year now. Yeah, it's been hella fun, man.
Oh yeah, and
Zurius, you can go next. Yeah.
Hi guys, I play Gabriel Navarro. Been in Marabunta since the Aztecas merged with the Marabuntas, which is what, 3 months now. Been probably one of the best moves I made.
oh yeah,
for my character.
This motherfucker is one of the current foundations of MG. He's the one who's keeping it keeping it going, at least I would say personally. I say it a lot in stream, but I'll say it to you right here. Like you're in there all the time. You're making moves. You're getting shit for us because at the end of the day, unfortunately for me, I can't be there all the time, but it's for something to keep going. You need someone with the dedication, and you've been dedicating, man. So, at least from my side, I just want to bow my head to that, man. You've been putting that time, and it's been great, man, because it really opens up a lot of things. And I just have to recognize it to you, man, because it's hard. But man, the way you play Gabriel, the way you are in the city, man, it's just pretty awesome, dude.
Oh yeah,
I appreciate that, man. It's really kind.
So for people,
I also agree with you as well.
That's so sweet. So for people, a lot of people that don't know, there's a couple of gangs with primary colors on the server, right? You've got your Vagos with yellow, you got your Balos with purple, sometimes east side, sometimes south side, sometimes west side, never north side. Then you got your GSF, bright green. And those it used to be Lean Boys with red, but I think that's BSK now. But so for those, but then there was the Marabunta Grande and there was the Aztecas, and they were both sort of a dark blue, right? And I think there was like a light blue, dark blue. Okay. But if you weren't super familiar with them, you guys were kind of low key for a while, not super popping in 2.0. And then in 3.0, in the early stages, not really that present. And then sort of recently, you guys sort of gained a lot in numbers and then sort of shrunk back down a little bit. So now you guys are kind of on the back foot, right?
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, that seems about correct.
So tell us about for people that don't know, tell us like, what are the values of the Marabuntas? What do you guys do? Where do you live? What
about the sponsor?
Oh shit, you're right. Hey, real quick before you guys get to that,
move on without the sponsor.
We gotta give today's sponsor that 52 Chains is gonna present before us now.
What a nice guy.
Today's sponsor is it's in the spirit of the
finally got him
today. Okay.
Really exciting.
It's the color blue, okay?
Let's fucking go!
Color blue. Blue, it's a blue world, we play cops and MG here, okay? So that's, primary color is blue. Nifty on 50, stay crippin', keep busting.
We have been working on that one for a long time. Do you know how hard it is to get a color to sponsor you?
Real tough. A primary color especially. Yeah. Very busy.
Yeah, crazy.
You made it, man.
There's a blue world. Look behind me.
How many of us actually cops? That's interesting.
Say again?
All of us apart from Ryu and Azul. Jingling.
Yeah, I mean,
true.
Yeah, pretty much. I've had thoughts on making a cop character.
You guys should. I tell everybody they should make a cop. I think it's some of the most interesting roleplay.
It's easier said than done.
That's true. It's super. Trust me. Trust me. I know.
4 months. Yeah, Hydra took a while.
It took you 4 months. Damn.
I mean, 4 months and 10 months of listen. 4 months.
Oh, you think it took me? You think it took me 10 months to become a cop?
No.
Add. Try the end of 2.0.
I remember you doing the parking at PD, right?
Yeah, I was doing that shit in 2.0.
I remember you. Yeah.
Fucking 2.0 PD hang around. Back when Occam
Serious, how
Saber
did you
was.
get your cop? How did you get
Who's your cop?
your cop? What you do? Whose dick you suck? Huh? Let us know. Let us in on the secrets.
Damn. So careful, Mike. We're gonna lose Blue.
My cop, I just basically went to, like most people, I didn't do it through Academy. I went to the MRPD, let them know through my character that I was interested in being a police officer. I take you out in like ride-alongs, and then start introducing you to like 10 codes, case laws, and then you go into the cadet queue, and you're with an FTO, and they check on you and make sure you guys, as you know, make sure you're moving along, progressing, and that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah,
I hate the cadet. Solo cadet's beautiful. I hate cadet phase though.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of FTOs who don't take people out, and I think they shouldn't be FTOs.
Yeah,
some of them are very hard too. Some of them are really easygoing. So
the main thing I don't like about it is a money incentive. You know,
yeah, that's weird.
Imagine. Okay, so I'm not calling any cops grinders, but imagine someone with a grinder mentality looking at you as a
Yeah, they start a timer when the moment you click on, they start a timer, and once 4 hours is up, they're like, peace.
2 hours, they don't give you the time of day. Fucking, they want to criticize you because criticizing makes it look like you're doing a good job as an FTO, might get you a promotion. And just, oh my god, it's like real life. It's like a real life fucking cashier, and your senior cashier is being an asshole. It's not fun.
They don't teach you nothing and then punish you for not knowing enough. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right, back to the Marabunta.
Yeah.
The question at hand. Tell us about the Marabunta. Who wants to take it?
Who's taking the stage for this one?
Let's go, Jing. You're the OGist other than Carmine, right?
Actually, I want to let Ryu take this one.
Oh, all right.
Give him. Yeah. He's been in there a long time.
MG is an El Salvadoran gang. Like there's a bit of a mix of like where everybody's from. For example, Sergio, the leader, his character was from Hungary, not even like not El Salvadoran or nothing.
Yeah, I never asked him again when he explained that to me the first time. I'm like, okay, and I just went with it. I'm like,
yeah, he's from Hungary, Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Maybe he had Latino parents that immigrated to Hungary and had him there. Mama was pregnant, left.
Something like that. Oh man.
And he's 19 or something, right?
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's fucking. UMed's lore is crazy.
But yeah, there's a couple different I'm pretty sure Azul's character is Mexican, right? So there's
he's Mexican.
Is he from Juarez or something?
I think I put Jalisco where he was from, or Nuevo. I can't remember exactly. I need to read.
I remember when we were talking about it, you were like near Chihuahua.
Yeah,
that's all I remember.
Yeah, it's like MG is like a street gang, and it's modeled after it's a parody of MS-13.
That's the feel I got was MS-13. That's the gang I think about when I think about you.
So more of a street gang, like operating with drugs and other plans for extortion, stuff like that. That's kind of like MG's way of crime, I guess.
Okay.
If we're talking about lore type of
thing, so where do you guys how do you guys make your money as a gang? I think every gang has things that they do, and because there's limited ways to make money on the server as a gang, you guys aren't running Dodo, right? So do you guys push drugs predominantly? You have banks. What sort of binds you guys when you log on as your Marabunta? What can you kind of generally expect?
Yeah, and keep in mind, we're all cops here, so anything you tell us can't be used as metagame information. In fact, we probably just can't use it all together, so it's better to tell us right now.
The more you tell us, the less we can hurt you in the future.
The less we can actually do about it. So
we just open up lemonade stands on Fudge Lane, we're really upstanding citizens,
Taco shop.
Really community-driven.
Who was it? It was late 2.0 or early 3.0. Somebody was selling drugs, and they got one of those hot dog vans, the grenade hot dog vans. And they were selling out of the thing, and it was so clever. I thought it was the smartest fucking thing.
I think that was Vagos. I noticed I noticed KJ, maybe a couple others doing that first, That's the people I noticed initially. Anyway.
I think that's so
really good
stuff
idea,
like that,
honestly.
dude. So if I'm a cop and I see that, I'll buy a hot dog. I'll be like, hey, y'all see anybody?
Just the other day,
give me a call.
Just the other day, I took out a hang around to do an Oxy run, and I told them, let's steal a taco truck. And we went to each of the Oxy drop-offs, and we were like, selling taquitos, come get your taquitos, you know, pack that shit up, you know. And when the customer would disappear, I'm like, oh, that taquito hit him hard, you know. But it's funny because if the cops come, you know, you're like, oh, we're selling tacos, bro, you know, like nothing fishy going on here. Just not doing the whole. But the interesting thing is, I wish we could have actual taquitos to sell, you know, so when the cops come, we actually do get them.
I actually really wanted to open up a food truck in the server and just like go to places in the south side and like set up shop type of thing. I really wanted to do that.
That was the thing in 2.0, the food trucks at the, you know, they were everywhere. People just set up and sell. Yeah.
Who plays Gladys? I can never remember their name.
Mickey.
Yeah,
He's the
Mickey.
first guy I ever followed on him and the.
I think it's just Mick. Mick the Infamous.
Yeah.
Oh, Mick. Yeah.
Yeah, Mick would be a good person for you guys to like get together with, because that person, he can make some shit happen, especially on Gladys. Make a food truck happen. That'd be fun as fuck.
Okay.
I want to talk on that. I want to talk on that. So Mick, I've watched sparsely watched his streams. I used to watch him a lot back in the day before I was on the server. But he's been trying to get Chihuahua hot dogs off the ground for a while. And it hasn't happened. And he's burnt out. And I'm pretty sure that if he was approached with this idea, he'd probably be thinking he probably knows he's not gonna get any dev help. Cause last time I read a Twitter post from him saying he was burnt out. For being a civilian on the server is a struggle, man. It's like being
I can imagine.
It's being a crim, but without the crim mechanics. And there's a lot of cops that speedrun pings and shit. So if you're a civilian and you report a crime, goes unnoticed. I had to deal with that back in the day. It puts you in a rut. So I hope he gets that spark again and tries to get back into roleplay. But I haven't seen him on the server for a while.
Is that the way I see it? Is that when it comes to crims and civs, the way I would see things to work kind of organically is for them to work together in a way where the civ can still, do his things, their normal activities, but get something on the side by benefiting on something they're giving the crim. It's kind of like a give and take thing, right? That they can both benefit, just so that the crim takes all the heat while the civ, kind of can still benefit from it, but they have to put themselves on the line a bit. I don't know. There has to be a way for them to coexist at the same time to benefit from each other. And I think that will make things grow. I think, for example, I might be using a very wrong example here, but see what the businesses do. Like, for example, these big businesses that have multiple businesses and have all these employees that in the back end, they do criminal things, right? Mm-hmm. If we can elaborate that, but more at a smaller level, right, at smaller things, and not have it be so big, you could probably open up more opportunities to create something there for civs and crims,
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I hard agree, actually. Yeah, I think there was something kind of happened when Game World went away and the AI 100%. Stores kind of showed. Oh shit, I'm muted. Hey, hello? Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, you're good.
My thing said I was muted. Yeah, I feel like we lost a lot of role play when AI stores became a thing, because having crims, having like civs running stores, and that was like really interesting civ roleplay, because you're doing something super illegal. You're like money laundering, right? But you have to like play it tight, and everybody knows if you're playing a clean crim, you're still going to go do crim shit and try really, really hard not to get caught. And so that's characters that really cared about consequences. And those were characters who, as like detective style police, it was really fun to like try to hunt down, find the clues, find the data, see like when the numbers don't match up and like kind of hit them in that white collar crime kind of way. Dude, I think it's so sick. It was so fun. There's so much opportunity.
Oh yeah.
How much detective work is there actually done? Like, are there actual detectives in the PD? I don't really know this just because I just don't know.
No, they are.
Yeah, so
yeah,
like,
they are.
Put a crazy amount of work into some of their investigations too.
Yeah.
Yep. Personally, I don't really get into it because
it's not a boost.
It's not a boost. I like drive fast, shoot stuff,
drive
talk
fast,
to people.
shoot.
Yeah, whereas like some of them will guys can't use this in game. Remember, they'll take their car up somewhere, their unmarked car, and they'll sit on a hill for like 2 or 3 hours. I remember one time, Ruger, one of the detectives, was staking out the prison, and he was looking for. They for whatever reason figured out that they were getting ketamine like in and out of the prison using the like tubes, but he didn't know how they did it in character, so he was like staking out the prison looking for a drop, and he sat on the hill for 3 to 4 hours.
I could not.
And he says to me, because I was in an interceptor, and he goes, "Hey, like I need an interceptor like on standby," and I was like, "Okay." I thought it was like he's gonna need me within like 5 minutes. He's like, "Yeah, I've been here for 2 hours already. I just want to make sure that I have somebody ready who's like able to chase these guys if they flee."
No.
I'm like, "Sorry, man, I gotta take off." He's like, "That's fine. I'm just sitting up here drinking beer anyway." And I'm like, I think even said in character, he's like, "I'm watching Netflix." I'm like, "What? You're sitting on a hill in game?"
That's
super funny. Detectives, they're all over that shit.
If you guys want,
honestly, if you think they don't know about something, they might know something about it. That's the fear, dude. Putting it in.
I like role play like that, like long haul role play where you gotta build on it.
I can see you getting into that
climax, but I don't like 3 hours on a hill. Fuck
paperwork.
Yeah,
I think there's good ways to do detective work. I think the staking something out for 3 hours isn't the way to do it, but like I think detective work especially is like a give and take between both sides. It's the criminals leaving enough behind, the detectives have something to work with. It's the the Littleman way of doing things, but a little bit more subtle, where there's like small little things to go off of, maybe a casing or just something very, very small that they can latch onto and try to make an investigation out of. Even something as simple as like leaving a note, like specialized tool was used to open this door, or something like that.
My favorite part of following leads and shit is when you have a bit of evidence, not you don't have the full story, you have part of the story, and you call in the prime suspect, and you make it seem like you know everything. So you give them little hints, you make it sound like little hints, but you tell them everything you know, but you're doing it with a nuance where they think you might know more. It's fun. I did it once to Mr. K 2 days ago. He didn't shoot a DOC guard. He had someone on the outside shoot a DOC guard, and we knew what gun it was and everything. I'll be honest, we didn't get anything out of that case.
We didn't get nothing.
Okay. We got nothing at all. He called the bluff, but it was fun. I like that type of role play. That's usually like the highlight of that's one of the things I like about cop role plays, the interrogation room.
I don't think I've ever been interrogated, maybe for an attempted weed run, but I think interrogations can be fun. I've seen some really fun ones, and I think they're really interesting, right? Because you don't know what they have on you, and you don't know what to expect, bad cop or good cop. It's always fun. What type of you guys ever done interrogations in any of your characters?
I got yelled at for doing an interrogation because I wasn't even a solo cadet at the time. I was just a cadet. But
what?
Yeah, they
How
left.
the fuck did you even get there?
Dude, I don't know. I just start talking and shit happens. I turn my brain off and shit just starts happening.
Why is that a problem though? I don't get why is that
initiative.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So James wants some tips, man.
Anyway, I ended up going in the cells with somebody we found like 3 boxes of weed on, and there's no one there except for me. And I do like the whole me turns recorder on. I even put in the top right camera like recording, no light. Because there's
that's a good one. Haven't seen that one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I like that because in real life in an interrogation room, they always have this trick where they like put the recorder in front of you and they turn it on and then they turn it off and they go, hey, just between us. Right. But the other camera's recording the whole fucking time. And so I wanted to
nice touch. Nice touch.
Yeah. So I did that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, look, I know you're just pushing these for people. I know you're trying to make money. We can't give you money, but we can make you not lose the $150,000 you're about to get hit with, right? For trafficking, pushing, etc. Your name won't show up in any documents. Okay? All we need is for you to tell us who gave you this, right? And once we verify that, we cut you loose. And he was like, okay, all right, here's the name.
Oh, he snitched.
And we were like, all right, just like that. He was like, all right.
Who was it?
And then
tell us.
I don't fucking remember. I literally like nobody I've ever met before.
Is he part of a gang?
No, he's just a grinder, bro.
Fuck.
So I call in a senior officer and I'm like, hey, I've been interrogating this guy and he gave me the name of his supplier. And this dude lost his fucking mind. I'm not going to say who it was, but it's somebody that you guys would be like, oh, that makes sense. And he was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you ruined this whole case. And I'm like, how did I ruin the whole case? Like, he told us the information. He's like, none of this is useful anymore. And I was like, okay, man, sure. And I just left. I was like, all right, whatever. That was my like first and last.
Did he explain why?
No. No, he just yelled at me.
He was Mirandized, right?
He was Mirandized,
You know what you do then? You know what you do then?
What?
Just
done.
Here's what you do. You do the exact same thing. Because you didn't know what you did wrong.
Just do it again.
until he tells you what you did wrong.
Yeah.
Classic karma.
That's what I'd do.
I thought I was actually going to get fired from that. I was like, but yeah,
getting fired is a meme.
I love going into the interrogation room though, because I either do like very serious, like, all right, here's what's happening. Here's the consequences. Here's how I'm going to help me by helping you. I'm like very straightforward about that. Or I'll do like give me the name, Batman,
What's his name?
Where is she? Did you guys see the clip?
Got a question.
Hold on. Did you guys see the clip of Fingal in the interrogation room the other day? And he like starts yelling about something. And he's like, guys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell and start getting mad. I hate when I get like this.
That was OOC anger, by the way. That was in character. That was out of character.
Everything Fingal's out of character.
Whole thing is being, that's his character is out of character. So his character is he's playing a streamer is playing a character.
Moosebeard, have you?
So fucking stupid.
Troms, have you done much interrogation room stuff?
Yes, my favorite interrogation ever. Not much, honestly, but I did once bring Leo Escobar into the interrogation room, and this was before the Cubans. This was when Leo he had a bath bomb from the farmer's market, and he was going around with a suitcase. He had the suitcase prop, and he's like, "I have a bomb," and he's like, and we're like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, it's gonna blow up," and he's and we're like, "Okay," and then I think Stubble, who was like with me at the time, he's like, yeah, that might be a bomb. It might also be a bath bomb. And so we treated it as though it was a bomb. We ended up getting him arrested. We brought him in. We're asking him like, where'd you get this stuff? Where'd you get it from? And we're taking it like I've never done a legit serious investigation.
Of course.
People have taken the people have separated both Littlemans and brought us into separate rooms to interrogate us about meanwhile, we're telling the truth because that's literally what we do.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a little bit of lies there because we're pissed off that they put us in separate rooms. How do you separate like the
little men?
Like, yeah, so stupid.
Dude, I had
taking the racer.
I got the little men tell the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah, the Gabriel does too, but that's like I don't know. I shouldn't really tell you what matter.
No, tell us. We want to know. Give us the matter.
So okay, all right. I'll tell you really. I'll just really briefly. So Gabriel spent a year. Gabriel spent a year convincing the police that he is always honest. That to the point where he just walks in MRPD like they just trust him. So he's about to turn on them. Like he ain't what he's been tricking them for last year.
He's gonna hit. He's like,
I'm not telling you what I'm gonna do.
No, I know exactly what you're gonna do. You're gonna convince a dumb cadet to take you down to the evidence room, and you're gonna take all the TVs. Then you're gonna have a whole house of nothing but TVs.
Nice,
you got
dude, the mad lick.
But 1 year of
That's
this
awesome.
RP,
Is that satisfying? Like when you like get like once you start seeing your plan come together and like everything working, dude, it's so satisfying. I fucking love it.
Yeah, I just love how they, Bloom be like, oh, it's just Gabriel. Like, yeah, he's fine. They're all saying, no, you can let him walk in. He's fine.
Makes
he's
sense now why the police know Gabriel. Like Gabriel always knew it, and I'm like, how the fuck?
Been manipulating him for a fucking year, man. It's been a long sticking to that for a whole year, man. It's been so hard. Sometimes I just want to shoot him, but they know, Gabriel doesn't shoot us. He's cool. Gabriel
because you get one, right? You get one turn before you lose all the stuff. Like all the trust.
Well, he only shoots them if they shoot him first. And they know that. So he's got like 35 attempted murders, but they've shot him and he's turned around and shot back.
They're self-defense.
Yeah. But he won't,
Hey, what's he sound and look like so I can arrest him next time I see him?
No.
I've got a question for the three guests, my MG boys. How'd you guys get started on the server? How'd you find out about it? Was it a stream? What got you into a role play in general?
Into whitelist?
Either or.
That and role play.
Whitelist, I was role playing on public, and an admin whitelisted me.
Oh, you got the magic. This guy's great.
Yeah.
How did that go? Tell us about that.
Nice.
Just a Discord saying.
No. Like tell them leading up to it. What character were you playing? Like why do you think that they did it?
Okay, so I think the moment was I played a character named Tice, and every time he went to jail or he got shot, I made him get out of the hospital bed slower, and he aged. And the admin said, I've never seen anybody do that, like for months on end. It was another 8-month thing where I made him slowly get older. Every time he kept getting shot, I made it more realistic. Like,
because he's spending months and months in prison, right?
Yeah, So he just kept getting older and older, and he's been getting fucked up and getting worse. So he's just staying longer in hospital. It's taking longer for him to get up, and
that's so sick, actually.
And then the admin was like, "No one's thought of that, man. Like, congratulations, boom."
I'm gonna steal that and say it was my idea. I'm gonna edit this part of the podcast out, and then you can do about it.
Yeah. Well, that was some public character. He copied you. Like,
he says that like he does any editing. So you're saying,
okay, you're right.
Oh, dang.
What about you, boys?
I also got started with roleplay on public server.
Ooh.
I initially found out about NoPixel through Summit. Just before 3.0, like I tuned into a couple.
The second boom, yeah.
Yeah, it seemed pretty interesting, and then I seen the trailer for 3.0, thought it was really interesting, and thought I'd get in on it. Like when it boomed, and last October it was. So I ended up getting whitelisted. Yeah.
Let's go. Did somebody manually whitelist you?
Like not from public. No,
did you apply?
I actually, I got in on my last attempt, I believe.
Ooh, number 5.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Good job, man. That's so funny because I've seen you roleplay, and your roleplay is really, really good. You're genuinely an amazing role player. So the fact that people always worry that they're gonna like do bad because they think that they are not for the server because they do bad on their application. But man, it's honestly a couple of things. It's the mood of whoever reads it that day, and 1,000 other things, right? Maybe you're not a good writer. Maybe you're not a creative person, like in that way.
Yeah.
You can be the most amazing role player in the world, but if you can't like write a short story, basically, like you're kind of fucked.
Out of luck. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people wanted like it maybe didn't take him too much time, but like I specifically remember, like I had the same application and I fixed it up the second time, but it took me like 11, 12 hours to like completely do it. So maybe more people can do it.
You could have just paid 52 Chains $500. He'd write it right up for you.
Yeah, right. He wrote a few, didn't he?
Fuck.
You guys think I wrote my own application?
That's a good way to get.
He's got a guy that he pays $250. You guys pay him $5. He's making a clean $250 on that.
Bro, I can't believe there were people who actually paid to get those things, and they actually.
Where are they now, man?
Yeah, that is true. But wow,
the whole application process for the server, it's efficient, but it's a terrible metric to measure someone's roleplay capabilities.
Yeah,
because what the whole point of it is to see if you're competent enough to roleplay without breaking rules. If someone's their creative literature is amazing, but they don't care about roleplay. They want to get in there to get the car they want, roleplay with their favorite streamer. they'll get through with the application first attempt, and then they'll be on the server, and then everyone will be wondering how the fuck did this person get on the server. I feel like if NoPixel did something similar to WildRP, but not set the bar as high as WildRP has, with the whole gotta have an amazing mic, all that shit, I feel like it would be better. But I don't know if that's possible considering how many people apply to the server every day. Probably like
actually
50 plus.
I went through the WildRP process, and I got rejected the first time, and I had to wait so many months. And to be honest with you, I just got demotivated to try again. But they are very high standard, but I like the process they did, though. I think the process worked in a way, but here's the thing: you need people, you need time. That's why it takes 3 months to get the interview going, for example, if you make the first phase of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine how many people apply to NoPixel. You can't really apply that there. They'll go crazy. They'll need to hire people dedicated to doing interviews every day,
They got a pretty good big app team though.
Yeah,
I believe.
That's kind of sometimes I wonder, like, is anybody like vetting the app team? You know what I mean? Like, what's their accept to deny ratio? Do they leave? I don't know anything about it. Do they leave reasoning?
Moses does.
When they
ask Moses because he was part of the app team.
Oh, I should have asked. Yeah, next time he's on, I'll ask him. But yeah,
I think they must, because I think he said he had like a quota that he was supposed to hit.
Yeah,
to, like help out.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. Azul, you need to answer the question too. How'd you get started on the server?
Yeah, motherfucker.
Well, to be honest with you, if I ever watched some GTA RP clips, it was just a few clips on YouTube, and I think I maybe saw Vader, and he was really funny, and also Lyric. I think Lyric just had some funny moments. I don't really watch streams. It's just I don't have the time. But I really got started.
How I've become since role playing, because I used to watch a lot of role play, and then becoming a role player, I just didn't want to watch it anymore.
Yeah, you lose something. You don't want to. You spend 8+ hours a day sometimes in the server. You don't really want to be watching the server.
Exactly. Yeah, it comes a bit to you need
it's tricky.
Some space in between. But you know what's funny? I actually started with GTA RP in another server where a lot of people that are currently in NoPixel and do Amazing RP came from, like Chatterbox, like Walter Malone, Lifted Gaming, right? And a bunch of other people. And the reason I joined NoPixel back in 2.0, I think it was late 2.0. And the only reason I applied was because I saw some shady things being done by the admins in another server, and I called it out, and they banned me for it.
Dude, story of my fucking life.
Twitch RP?
Was it TRP?
No.
SVRP?
I played in Rage MP. That instead of 5M, there's Rage.
Oh, the Rage, yeah.
Yeah, and it was a server called Eclipse. I don't know. I just saw some shady things.
Yeah, I know the
Eclipse. Yeah. I called it out because I had my crim. I also played a cop character. I love my cop character, but I just saw some pretty heavy metagaming, and I didn't really liked it. And I called it because I knew people metagame, but then the admins and other people doing it too. And I'm like, so where is the, and I called it out and I got banned for it. So I had other friends
which sucks to get banned because it's like the community that you're in, but it's also like, yeah, I was fucking right.
Exactly. And they try to deny it, but honestly, I didn't really care. I was like, whatever. And I have friends who applied for NoPixel, and they actually made it in, because for me, I always saw NoPixel as there's no way I can get into NoPixel. There's probably a ton of people who apply. And one of my friends, when I applied, he only said one thing to me. He's like, don't write a sentence or two, bro. He's like, you need to write something good. He's like, like, take your time with it, just don't do it the same moment, at the same time. Like, take your time, whatever. First time, I think I got rejected. And I think the second or third time I got accepted. But I spent my time like writing it and trying to understand what to write about my character, the situations, make it as elaborate as I can to explain the reasoning behind things. Not really telling a story. I don't know. That was the approach I took with it, right? To more explain the psyche behind my character.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, I think.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. I didn't fill it out, but I think you've got to give his traits.
Oh, you're so cool.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually pitched a completely different character when I got whitelisted.
Yeah.
I planned on I had in mind to make an MG character as I was getting whitelisted. That was like my goal. So I initially made this character called yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Was this when I was active?
Yeah. I came from Purple County in public, which was 2 times economy, and I got sick of it. Like, it just wasn't the same gold standard of roleplay, but as well, like, I mean, you can look at the economy now, like, you know, in game is like has its troubles, but there was just way more money on the server. I was really looking for that slow burn, kind of RP feel, and MG was just that for me. But the character I pitched, I wanted to make like a half-lifer MG character. So he was like, from the moment I would get whitelisted, my character had already served like 6+ like actual years of prison time, and then I wanted him to get out eventually.
I like that.
And make connections inside. But about a week into the RP, I was talking to an admin, and they basically told me like I couldn't make a half-lifer. He had to like either be a lifer or he's not. So I shelved the character and then made Raphael.
Yeah. I think a lot of people did that. They made lifers thinking that there would be a chance to like get into the rest of the city, and then they learned the hard way that shit almost never happens. It has happened once so far with Bane, and he's doing really good. I think he's off parole soon.
Also, the female recently. I think her like criminal. Her jail name was like Fauna or something. I can't remember her.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, she's out in the world. Like,
is she? Hell yeah, that's sick.
Yep.
That's so good. I'm worried that one day one person is gonna like ruin it for everybody else. Yeah, I stopped drinking coffee recently. Oh, also, I stayed up until 3 hours ago playing.
I saw that. I saw that. I was like,
Damn.
I went to bed and I was like, babe, you gotta get me up at 3 hours. I got the podcast.
Push me off the bed.
Yeah, I was getting hell late last night too, like probably 3 a.m. my time.
Yeah, do you guys play any other characters? Obviously Sirius, you play a couple characters, right?
Yep.
What all characters? What primary characters would you say you played? Like, what are your main? I guess your main side characters. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It was the cop, Felix, and then another character. His name's Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas, like
that's so funny, dude. I think it's so funny.
That's his name.
Dude, if I could, I would snap my fingers and give you a ped skin that looked like Michael Douglas. That'd be so funny, dude. That'd be so funny.
Well,
who is Michael Douglas?
Well, my Michael Douglas is black.
Okay.
So I went down that kind of path that some people are like a little afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
Being I'm white, but
well, you're Australian, right?
Yeah, and if it's done in good taste,
you guys are upside down.
Me?
What the fuck?
No, Australians are upside down.
Oh, look, you're confused.
Okay.
Oh my!
I thought you meant the cameras were upside down.
I heard 52 chains.
Like when you play characters like that, like so long as you do it in a tasteful manner, and it doesn't come off offensive, I feel like it shouldn't be a problem, because roleplay is a form of expression, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Well, Chains has run into my character a few times. He's the only one figured out so far that it's me.
It took me a while, I'm gonna be honest. It was a time I sent Kyle Pratt to prison.
When you said,
"Oh, that was fucking."
You
funny.
sent him to prison.
That,
I like. So you told Michael because Michael calls you boss because you fed him. So yeah, he fed Michael. So Michael's likes Carmine, unlike Gabriel who fucking hates him. So Michael got sent to prison, and he started beating Pred up because you asked him to.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Dude, it's really nice when you start roleplay with somebody and they stick to it, even when there's no one to hold them accountable.
Yeah.
That shit really, that's one of the reasons I kind of like the blocks. Like, you pay them $50 to do some dumb shit and they're gonna go do it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
It's a big improv game, man. You have to go with it.
Yeah, that's something that's lost on the server right now because of I'm gonna say it because of OOC ties. It's why I try not to actively reach out of character to people I initially interact with. So the only part of them I know is their character. Because I don't know if you guys feel this in roleplay, but if you know someone to a degree,
you roleplay different.
You role play different. You're probably gonna be more lenient.
Or harder, depending on.
That's true.
Yes.
Just try not to show bias. Yeah.
Like
I just like on my crops. Sorry, interrupt. I try and stay away from MG for what Carmine's bringing up right now. Yeah. Obviously, if I've got to go there, I got to go there.
I was okay. I'm gonna be honest. At first, I wanted to stay away from MG, but then later on, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. My boy's good sports. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
So then I went down there, and the first time I went down there, these motherfuckers robbed me clean.
Can I tell you one time?
One time I was on tattoo shop. Man.
I was on John Hydra, and this is when you were still playing Carmine, and I was told, Pred told me to like keep an eye on you for some reason, right? And I was like, do you want me to do anything if something happens? And he goes, nope, no matter what happens, just keep an eye on him and report back to me. I was like, okay. So I'm parked up on a hill overlooking, that liquor store that's like sort of south of Fudge Lane. There's like a liquor...
Murrieta Heights liquor store. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm there and I watch Carmine roll up into an alley and get jumped by like a bunch of guys in blue. And I call Pred and I'm like, he's getting his ass beat right now. Do you want me to do anything? And he's like, take pictures for me.
No way.
I was like, okay. And so I watch him get his ass beat. I watch him get robbed. And then I just sit there and watch the whole fucking time. And this is back when we were still PVSO. Oh, it was so good.
Wait, so you saw me run through the street injured with my car smoking and did nothing?
Yeah, because they took your car and like shot the tires or something, right?
I
remember
that shit up. Yeah.
Oh, you watched that whole ordeal?
Yeah, I watched the whole fucking thing.
And these are the people trying to convince me the UPD is actually a thing. Okay, we're not fucking in the fight. They're the enemy. Fuck those guys.
I will spit my fucking tea out, dude.
Man, what are the chances that you actually watched that in car?
That's so funny. Yeah, I like could have called in like a huge backup with plenty of time, but I just called Pred and like, you want me to do anything? And he's like, no. I was like, okay. Oh, that was so funny. I was following you for like 3 hours, 52.
What the my awareness skills are terrible,
shit.
Man.
That's some stalker shit.
Well, you ran into me once when I was trying to be stealthy, and you were like, Hydra, what are you doing here? And I was like, gassing up. And you're like, I don't think you can gas up there. And I was like, all right. Oh, it's so good. Troms, we were talking about like what side characters we play other than like our mains.
I was listening. I was just eating.
Yeah.
I just don't want to eat on camera.
We love when you eat on camera with sound on.
I'm a one character Andy.
Yeah, I think you do really well on your Carmine. What about you, Ryu?
I'll be honest.
I do have another Civ character. I barely play him though. It's just an old man named Earl Smithington. It's just like some frail old man. I kind of wanted to get him into PD or like some sort of role, maybe even DLC or something like that. And I see how he goes. I've only played him a little bit. It's nothing really. As far as side characters go, that's the only one I have though. But
can you do his voice?
Much, Earl Smithington.
That's exactly what I wanted it to sound like. It's so good. Azul, you got any? Dog.
I've made a few, and I actually like playing a few. Christmas Del Norte is actually, I would say, my
you have a character named Christmas?
Yeah, he's the one who's gonna apply for PD. He was my Crim in 2.0. He was awesome. A Crim in 3.0. Just got expunged, so he's gonna try and become a cop now. He actually knows Sally, and we have history. Sally Avocado, bro. I love that.
I miss that guy.
Robbie is an amazing role player. Yeah, so funny, man. I love it.
That's awesome.
But I also
department.
So you were talking recently about how like every time your character got shot, you were like aging him or making it harder for him to like get out of bed. Sally did that, but he did it where he was so in debt that he could not afford food. So he started his character like has like a big head and like kind of like a bigger body, and like he started shrinking his face size down and like pulling in his cheekbones and everything and like sucking them in. Yeah, more gaunt. and just like making himself look like he'd been eating IFAX, and eventually he got like spots on his face and stuff like that. Like
that's good.
That's awesome.
It was impressive. I hadn't seen anybody actually like take it that far. It was really cool.
Yeah, like 52 says this all the time, but like slow, long RP like that people notice is very fucking cool. I got a couple. I think I'm slowly transitioning from like a main character to like a bunch of other characters, and I'm kind of like really hitting my stride a little bit. It seems like my viewership really likes it. It tends to go up. Because it's, you know, basically you figure out like who's in the server, right? What group is in the server, and then you switch to the character that can antagonize that group the most, right? So like if the Littlemans are on, I can get on the Costellos. I can get on Christmas Costello and go terrorize them and also terrorize 52 Chains, right?
Wait, he's named Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas.
Yeah.
It's just fucking Christmas Costello. You got a fucking problem? You know, hey, just so you fucking know, if you see my brother Carmine Costello, you tell him we're coming for his job, okay?
You know that 311 you put in about cocaine? That shit almost got me suspended, you bitch. I don't get what it is, but with my character, if a criminal makes a claim against me, they believe it. Like
perfect.
It's Carmine, bro. Carmine is
you know
so
what I think's gonna happen? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say the way you play Carmine, it kind of feels like he's shady, but he's not. You know, it's kind of like, is he trying to pull a fast one? Like that's why it's pretty fun, and you don't know. And of course, if people are like, "Yeah, Carmine probably did that."
God.
Yeah, so I think what's gonna happen over time is as we get. Also, you guys should all make Costellos, by the way, so we can fuck with Carmine and the Littlemans.
Oh fuck yeah!
I will FA quit and I'll say some I'll FA quit and I'll say some fucked up shit, and then it'll be on Reddit and you'll all get banned. Yeah,
perfect.
We'll do it too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
He's gonna take our viewers.
So the Costello, I got all the different skin options, like the different ped models. So there's like 4 different ped models you can use, and then you can sort of interchange your clothing. It's not quite as many as the Littleman model, but there's a few different ones.
Sorry,
no,
I just want to add one thing. So the people who watch my channel, a lot of them are like
idiots, stupid.
Degens.
No. They can appreciate amazing role.
I mean, you say all the time how much they're worthless to you, and all they are is money and views. So.
Yeah.
I think you should let your viewers experience some Chewy,
man. So they've grown really accustomed with the Carmine Costello, the character, right? So if you guys make Costellos, and this happened for Moses a little bit, and CJ Reformed, who plays a Costello, make a Costello. I'll be okay with it, you know. Fuck it, it's extra role play for me.
Mm-hmm.
I plug your channel. There's gonna be 3 or 4, 5 guys who are gonna be in there, you know, wanting to see what a Costello family member does. So I could juice your viewer count by a little bit.
Yeah, and the thing about playing a Costello is
your revenue every month.
Wow. Yo, thanks, man.
I want 10% of your revenue every month.
Oh,
okay.
Trom's your band.
Wait. So who here is partner? Because I know Trom's and 52. What about you, Hydra? You partner?
He's partnered.
Okay. Because I'll tell you something.
I'm a partner.
52 feels like he changed, bro.
Trom's got the blanket and everything.
What do you mean I changed?
52 changed, bro. 52 changed.
How?
Man.
Ever since you got that golden ticket.
Hey, man,
bro.
change your name from 52 Changed to 52 Changed, dog.
52 changed. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Hey, actually, congratulations. Carmine made fun of Coil and got golden prio. Good job, man. We're really proud of you.
Yeah, it was a nut joke for those of you.
It was a nut joke. It was either a dick, a nut, or a fart joke. That's how you get it, by the way.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you have before? I thought you were already like good.
He was 4.
He
was prio.
3. I know. I had 3.
You were 4.
What's the difference?
No, it was 3.
It was 4.
No, you're 4, man.
It was 4.
No, okay, it was 3. Then Nikes bumped it to 4.
Oh, okay,
and then literally the day after, Coil bumped it to 6.
Nice.
I don't know the difference. What's the difference?
So 6 makes a slot for you.
No.
Oh,
6 doesn't.
No, that's 7.
That's 99. That's the one that.
Damn.
Might as well be 99. Shit.
8 and upwards makes a slot for you.
Oh, okay. When you log in at like peak hours, right, and you try to get in, what number are you? Like in Q.
With 6, I'm usually lower than 10.
Okay.
It feels like the old early 3.0 when you had 3 prio.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people have 3 prio. I feel like the tier 3 and 4 prio are now not given out to people who role play.
We should wait like until an hour after reset.
Who are like, those tiers of prio. Mm-hmm. Those tiers of prio are now usually given out to not people who role play, but people who are like kind of essential to certain economies.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like if you're known for, if you're known for someone that if you're known as someone who like runs a store and you spend most of your time running that store, you could get prio for that.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I've always wanted to open up a store across from the PD. I think there'd be so much like fun, like sort of goofy cop role play that happen there.
To do that.
That'd be cool.
They wanted to open a cafe. Apparently, I got shot down.
It's annoying.
I wonder if I got shot down because he wanted to open exactly where the Russian embassy is now.
Oh, that makes sense, actually. Look. What do we got? What is this?
Just need a bit of help. What are we calling this Costello? 1 sec.
Oh, he's making it live on stream. Yeah, all right.
What is your comp's name?
Felix.
Cisco, guys.
All right, we'll do this live on stream.
Loop or whatever?
Felix Van Dyke. There you go. There's Michael Douglas.
Nice. All right, so make your character. Oops.
I actually had a question here for you guys over an idea that's been spiraling in my head. And I've been talking to a few other people about it, and I just wanted to get your guys' take on it. Maybe it's too ambitious of me, and maybe I don't know how to take the correct next steps, but I want to spice up a bit of the South Side by
just already have somebody.
No, blowing up Davis PD. I'm just gonna lay it out there. I want to get the
someone. Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I want to. There's something that I've always had in my mind that the South Side needs. I've always taken it back to the Warriors. You guys seen that movie, right? The Warriors.
Yeah.
Warriors.
Exactly. I feel like we need to get together. Because, and this is kind of something that came out of a conversation I had with Gabriel. I was just screwing around saying dumb shit as usual with Azul. Because I was trying to make Gabriel try to think I was talking about BSK when I was saying we need to get rid of the biggest gang from the South Side, like they've been taking over, they've been growing, they've been holding it down, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, exactly. But then
Gabriel was like backing up, wasn't he? Because you were like making me think like the two of us were going to take on GD, and I was like, "You're out of your fucking mind."
Yeah, but no, I was like, "It's the PD."
That's right.
They've taken Davis now. They're too close. Got to get rid of that PD. So I've been planting seeds with a bit of all the gangs, just kind of telling them, guys, we need to get rid of the PD from Davis. I said it to GSF yesterday, to Vagos, BSK, just trying to see if we can all. And I was talking to Zombie, who's another great role player. He plays Poncho.
Zombie Barricade's currently banned from NoPixel. Well, I don't know why you're talking to him, but
no.
Not that one.
Eastside, throw it up.
Eastside Bomb Gang.
Can I say something on him? Just one thing on ZB, okay? There's a lot of negative baggage around him, but no, you cannot deny that his role play on the server back in 2.0 was fucking amazing. Southside wise, okay? That guy brought life to the South Side. That's what
that Baller Street with Christmas. I was in that Baller Street gas station. OTT stabbed me one time because I didn't pay his chopping tax, and then actually OTT hired me to tax people chopping. And then I got into Rhodes, investigated me, and threatened to do shit. It actually created some pretty cool RP, but it is true, man, that that dude actually created some chaos down there.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
But taking it back, if you think about the Warriors in the South Side, who do you guys think is the voice of the South Side? Let me just put it out there. Who do you think could, have that voice for the South Side? Who do you think it would be?
The Blocks.
No.
No. One person. It has. It has to be one person. One person.
Michael J. Block.
No, you're just saying that
because so tough.
You're saying that because Penta has 10K viewers. That's the only reason you're saying that.
Yeah.
Who would you think?
Look, if you want to blow up PD, you find somebody with the most viewers.
The Blocks would be crazy to do it. Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong in that sense. And okay, this is. I don't specifically think I would say Penta, but you got to look at the stuff that he's been able to get done when he got into certain positions, like Jordan Steele being part of the PD. He like completely shook up PD Toe. fired everybody, and there was like a massive restructure, and it was just like it was like the shakeup that everybody wanted. It wasn't just like, oh, let's all be like buddy. It was like, okay, well, let's create conflict between all these people just for the fun of it. So I feel like, yeah, he would be an interesting choice for like conflict. I don't specifically know because I don't know the Southside gangs that well, but I feel like there are a couple people that I would name, and I'm sure other people have opinions on this, but I think Afro might be an interesting choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I can't remember who plays Speedy.
Saeed Black.
Yeah, just for being like an OG and for like understanding the Southside.
That his cop is so dumb. Sorry.
There's a couple.
Yeah.
There's a couple Vagos who I feel like just like they understand, right? Like the Southside struggle and kind of like what everybody goes through. And like,
what Vagos?
Oh,
yeah. Too soon.
You went there.
Yeah, too soon, man.
Hey, somebody had to say it.
No, but they're still there, man. I run into a few always.
Yeah, man. Hey,
I mean, it's just
Ball Game's still there too, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. You can say the same thing for MG. Like we were to a point where we had a lot of members, and then it was more around the time when UMAD decided to hang it up and take a long break. I would say. I think it meant that leaving MG, even though. I think his character left it as he was leaving, but I don't think he's gonna bring back the character. And I think at that point, MG really kind of a lot of members just stopped, wanting to, just to be around, right? So we kind of grew down. Grew down. We shrunk.
We grew down.
Well, in my opinion, UMAD's like a creator of RP. In my opinion, I feel like he does a good job for that. And when your leader, who is also a creator, leaves, and there's not a lot of leaders left in the gang. It's hard for, I don't know. It's difficult for some people to keep going. I mean, that's there's a lot of dwindled numbers for our gang.
Leaders. One of the biggest things leaders carry is morale, right?
Yeah,
it's hard being a leader,
kicking, though, but.
Especially a leader for a Southside crew, because everyone like you have to this is the way I see it, right? And I think anyone in leadership will say this, is that everyone looks at you when things are missing and you got to deliver, right? Mm-hmm. But it gets to a point where as a leader you feel a lot of responsibility towards a lot of people, and sometimes that can be overwhelming because you can under deliver, and sometimes you feel bad for under delivering, but sometimes you just can't. Either you don't have the time, or it's really hard to be a very effective and efficient leader. It takes a certain I don't know, it's a dance.
Mm-hmm. There's a quote from an episode of Futurama that I really like, where Bender's floating through space and he's like become a god of this small society, and then he meets Space God, and he's like, why do why can't every time I try to help I make things worse? And God is like, the way to be a good god is that you'll know you've done something right when it seems like you haven't done anything at all. And I've always thought about that in terms of like leadership. It's exactly what you're saying. Like, people notice the missing stuff, but when things are good, they're not like, yeah, everything's great.
Take it for granted.
It's just good, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gabriel, you were leader of Aztecas, right? One of the leaders, because Aztecas, I think, was like 5 leadership positions, but ended up being 3.
Yeah. 3. Yeah. Gabriel was the main leader. Yeah.
How was that experience? Like, because you had Aztecas were like 20, 30 people, weren't they?
24-ish. But we stayed really, we didn't move around in large groups. We tried to deceive the city that there wasn't many of us. We really put a lot of effort into. Towards the end, we didn't care. Leadership for me, I think it made me feel OOC that I was chained to the Azteca block. Like, I had to be there. They always wanted, always phone calls, asking me, I need, can you help me with this? Do you do this? It was just bombarding you, you never could actually get time for your character. It was always involving the gang. And I suppose as a leader, you should expect that. But sometimes you just want to fucking go do your own thing and you can't. It's really difficult to do that. That's what wore me down. That particular thing wore me down as a leader.
Yeah. I've seen this a lot. I was trying to roleplay with Kyle the other day, on John Hydra, and he just doesn't have time to do things for him. In order to do something, he has to go so far off the wall and off the rails just to get like a couple minutes of RP that isn't dictated by other people. I can definitely see why that's exhausting. 52, are you just drinking milk?
Brain placement?
No, water
It's
with
urine.
electrolyte.
It's
Oh,
piss.
he's drinking
No, it's
urine.
piss, my man.
Wow.
No, it's
Hey,
Oh.
hey, 52, drink a piss.
Yes,
Man,
it's
it's on
piss.
some
I'm
Coyote
drinking.
Peterson shit or something. Man.
Dude, is it Gamer Girl?
Yeah,
Is that Gamer Girl
actually-
brand?
You got
I wanted to-
Belle Delphine
Fuck,
piss right
it's
now?
Jesus
We
Christ.
we touched on
Oh my
something
God.
earlier. Azul was saying that he thinks that Gabriel does a great job, but I don't. I think that the two boys that are with me now, and this goes for 52 Chains. He's an amazing role player. And in fact, I would actually put 52 Chains as the best
Look
role
at
player on the
Drums.
server. I think he
Drums,
is
you hear
the
that?
best right now.
You hear that,
it's-
Drums?
I see. I can visibly
Change
see
his
your head
head,
getting
yeah.
bigger.
I can watch it. It's true.
No, look,
It's happening.
Yeah, but I think he is the best role player on the server currently. But Azul and Rafa are better than they think they are. Azul's really good at creating. There's two type of role players, and one of them gets missed a lot, and that's the enabling type of role player, the one that doesn't try and put themselves in it and make it theirs. They just they see the situation, they understand it, and then they enable it.
Mhm.
It's really important that people do that, because a lot of people try and hijack shit from you, right? Which you guys have probably all experienced. It's fucking annoying, but you just
Yeah,
gotta roll.
try being at a PD meeting.
It's fucking
You know what I
annoying.
noticed?
Exhausting.
You know what I learned about hijacking roleplay? Let them have it, move on, do something else.
But
That's
what
how
happens if it's like you've
I'm
got,
not too
say,
invested.
you've got like milestones for your character, and this particular chapter is something that you need to get done, and some fucker hijacks it on you. That's annoying.
Can
Just RDM
yeah, no, I mean
True.
the way I
Everything, bro.
that type of functioning in roleplay, it'll burn you out. The way I've been coping is not trying to schedule anything, not trying to leave anything, like trying to make something finite, leaving everything open ended. Whatever happens, that's how I see it as supposed. Even if I get RDM'd, I'll be like, okay, this was supposed to happen, and not if you try and schedule shit, or if you try and plan shit out and it doesn't go the way you planned, you're gonna feel resentment. You're
so right.
You're gonna feel fucking
Of
salty
course.
and shit. I hop on every day, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. There's just a few things that I might do, like parole checkups on a parolee that I'm dealing with, or certain type of dialogues that were planned, like me getting fired 25 to the captain's office. But beyond that, I don't
The daily
schedule
25.
anything.
Oh, you know what you should do,
Yeah.
52?
I don't really like when those type of things happen. I think it should all be organic all the time, right? And it should be handled in character, right? The way it happens. I've wanted things to happen a certain way, and they go a completely different way. Sometimes I'm like, it actually ended up being better,
That's
and
roleplay,
actually,
right?
exactly.
No, I don't actually. I
Yeah,
don't
man.
like when I say milestones. I don't like. I never actually try and schedule stuff. But there's like
Like important
benchmarks.
events for your character.
There's things that I want to try. He's to fulfill like his arc. He needs to get somewhere near like our benchmark. It doesn't have to
You
be.
know what?
I don't like plan it out step by step. That's never.
I know
gonna
what you
happen,
mean. I know what you
Yeah.
mean, but you know what that can lead to? Look at all the big time crims on the server who have millions of dollars, all the best cars, progression's over because they hit all their milestones. They're fucking bored out of their goddamn minds, man.
You might be right there, bro.
But look at James Randall, for example, Space Boy.
He has
Guy never
nothing, he needs
complained.
nothing.
Yeah, he just day by day. NoPixel, it caters towards episodic shit. That's what I
Yeah.
had to learn that the hard way. That's So I played Chewy, right? My goal with Chewy was to.
You do?
I did play
I'm
Chewy.
joking.
I
You should play him,
character.
motherfucker.
That's your secondary side character, right? Not even
He
your
used to be my
primary.
main. He used to be my main for a little bit, but I play him, and my goal was to fuck over UMed eventually, right? To be like the
Ooh.
biggest, to be
Hey,
the Judas horse of MG. It took me 2 months to realize. A Judas Trojan horse, Judas horse. You know what?
Judas Priest.
What is the fuck?
Hey, yo, look out! They send in a Judas horse. He gonna stab people.
Judas Trojan. Jesus Christ, man. Moving on. Trojan horse, who is a Judas as well. Okay. Anyway, who's like Judas?
Yo, why is this
Trojan
horse at this dinner table?
Judas Trojan horse. Horse Trojan. Anyway, my plan was to do that. It took me 2 months to realize that if I did that, a lot of people are gonna be mad. You know, because Southside RP, it's very progressive, and fucking someone over, even though it's roleplay, that's a lot of like hours they put into the game. It's like going in an MMO raid, like World of Warcraft raid boss, and you fuck it up. You fuck it up for everyone in the fucking crew. They're gonna be mad at you, right? So I learned if it would for you, it'd be funny. Everyone else would go fucking hate you.
Yeah, but you have more viewers than them, so who cares?
No. Fuck the cloud game.
That was the most unconvincing no I've heard.
What do you mean?
If I see Chewie reappear in character,
you're gonna RDM it.
Already.
He's fucked.
You know one thing viewership helps with is people don't want to RDM you anymore. That's back when I played Carmine.
I'll always RDM you, buddy. I'll always RDM you. Don't worry, I got you.
I know. God, fucking VDM piece of shit. God,
why did the van explode? By the way,
I don't know. That
was so random.
As soon as I took that turn,
you ran over a scooter, didn't you?
Did I?
It was a scooter, and then I hit a bike, and then I stopped. I got out, and then some crazy guy in a mask screaming my name, and kaboom! It's chaos. I didn't know that was you, by the way. I tried to +1 you. I don't know if I told you.
Thanks, man. Did you actually do it? That's awesome. I love it. Thank you.
No, of course he didn't. He was only thinking about it.
He's like, I thought about it, which is good enough.
I couldn't figure it out.
What do you mean you couldn't figure it out? You said you've been doing +1 on people. Or was this somebody else?
While we're throwing love around, guys, I haven't given love to Ro. I think he underestimates himself too. I just wrote this to him recently. I DM'd him and said that his interactions with people, he does it better than what he thinks. Like
who?
Rafa, Ro. Ryu. Yeah.
Oh.
Ryu.
He is a better role player than I think he gives himself credit for.
I mean, I appreciate that, man. I don't know. I'm not one to take credit for anything, really.
Hey, you're not taking it. We're giving it to you, or else.
Yeah.
Take this credit.
52 Chains is a freak, though. He does something that I don't see anybody else do. He creates roleplay and he enables it all at the same time. I don't know how the fuck he does it, but he does.
He's an antagonist that takes L's. That's literally what it is.
When I brought back Chewie, like I think after the big break I took, I brought him back. The first day I brought him back, we were at Alter Street, and I think I already have someone in front of him. It's just it was that big ass truck with that big ass 4x4. There's a guy in it. I told him to give me the keys. He started the engine and shot him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He had the shirt like I love Flippy or some shit. I think that's what it was, yeah.
And then he found us because he tracked his car, and he said sorry, and I felt bad. After that, I don't want to do anything like that. I cannot play a hard ass criminal who shoots people for NVLing. I can't do it. It's
yeah, he was super polite. Like we left his truck in like a tunnel, and like his homies were like waiting outside for us to like leave it there. They were like trying to be like super nice about us like shooting it.
It was. But what were we talking about before I interjected rudely?
I was just giving my boys some props.
Yeah.
Actually, I got a question. Can I actually drive this podcast? Can I ask a question for all you guys?
Yeah.
What's up?
Take the wheel, bro.
I got a question for you guys. Like, think about. I don't know if we actually want to talk about this. You can just tell me to shut the fuck up. What is the?
Shut the fuck up.
I want to. Fuck you. Yes, what an asshole.
Wow, 52 changed.
Yeah, he has changed. What is the most like awkward moment you've had where someone's like flipped the fuck out and gone OOC on you in the city? Like, for me, this guy was like, he started trouble with me, ran me. I told him off. I chased him through the city, and he went and sheltered in Alder Street Apartments, and I followed him there and shot him. And then he was like, "Oh, you're fucked. I'm going to report you." He just said that to me, and I was like,
What?
I'm fine, bro. You went and sheltered him, and I ain't gone. Like I didn't say that. I was thinking in my head.
Why did he say that? Where did you shoot him? In the apartments or
in the car park of the apartments? But he was fleeing from me in there.
Yeah.
Like, of course I can go in there and shoot you.
Yeah, of course. People are like, it's a green zone. You're not allowed. Like,
yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, I just walked away. I wasn't talking. I was like, you're weird. I'm walking away. But have you guys had any weird shit like that where they just fully just OOC you?
I actually had a pretty bad one time with a friend of mine that plays a character named Heath. I don't know what's his Twitch.
Yeah.
Love Heath. We were doing an Oxy run, very early 3.0, right? And Heath was doing it, and I'm like, I'm going to cover you. And I for a moment, I said, Heath, are you okay? He didn't say anything.
Quick, Heath is a Kiznu, Kiznue, Kiznu.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
Amazing. And dude wasn't answering, and then I saw a dude running away, right? And I'm near the Oxy spot, so I chased him. Dude got in the car, I'm like, put your hands up, and he started driving off, so I shot him down. I got him out of the car. He started saying the wildest things, man. Like, you're gonna get banned. I'm gonna get you deported. What you've done, you couldn't do. How did you know it was me? How'd you know I robbed him? Like, you didn't even ask questions. Like, starting accusing me of everything. And I was like, just trying to play it out, whatever. I'm like, hey, dude, you probably had your head, you okay there? You shouldn't be talking, And I even threw him on the ground and I shot him. And I'm like, okay, you shouldn't be talking anymore. Dude kept it was hard. And I was with Keith and we just like, no, let's just leave him here and drive off and screw it. Like, we're not going to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And those times you just don't deal with it. You just drop it off and you drive away. I think eventually they dealt with it.
I'd be mad if you double tapped me too. I'd call you a bitch if you did that.
I never had a situation like that.
I'll go for it.
I've got a clip in show links. You want me to share it? This was 2 years ago when I first started, like my third day on the server. When I had the mentality of a RDR player where I could run around, rob people. Didn't know that there was a culture behind that. Loot goblin, loot boxing people. I didn't know that was a thing. I just go around robbing people because I didn't know that the server was super grindy.
No reason, bro. You can't just fuck. Nada.
Damn, you hit you with that grinder, Mike.
So I was. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you full screen it?
Okay, Balkan.
This is Fidel.
Turn around. Turn your back to me. Turn your back to me. Shut your mouth and turn your back to me.
Fuck you, buddy.
What the fuck?
You heard me. God damn, man.
You went full Xbox, Mike.
Do what you're gonna do, man.
No, I don't want to do it. Okay. You have a nice day. Jesus Christ.
I was watching when this happened.
Get us out of here. He's got a weapon of mass destruction. My ears are bleeding. Get us out of here. Jesus.
My gain was turned all the way up, man. My gain was super high. It almost blew out my fucking ears.
I'm sad you can't see the chat because I'm definitely in there kecking.
But yeah, that's the only time I've ever.
That's funny.
Caught OOC shit.
Was
that OOC? That was Mauled.
No,
I don't know.
it was
He didn't go out of character. He was just.
Yeah.
That's as close as I've got to OOC shit.
I haven't had a situation like that on Whitelist, but I used to just get like randomly RDM'd on public server, leading to me not wanting to ever be there. People wouldn't say anything; they just like come up, shoot you, rob you. Yeah, probably.
Still sharing your screen.
Really?
Yeah, you're still sharing, bro. Your Will's up there.
Those are my reports.
My man's writes reports?
Yeah, I have to. I get fucking fired, man. Jesus, oh my God. Vinewood PD is on my ass. It's crazy. I'm not even part of that department and they won't
Dude, all right, so I need to talk about this for a second. We were talking earlier about 52. You were talking about how when you have expectations, that's when you find the most disappointment, right? I was having a lot of expectations on John Hydra, and they kind of weren't coming to fruition again, right? I don't know why I thought, But so I was like, fuck it. I'm stressed. I keep like wanting to be on the server, but then like thinking, like overthinking it. That's when I was like, hey, I have a gas mask. I'll just make fucking Pyro from TF2 and just run around and be a goofball and set people on fire. And it was awesome. I had a really good time. And then I was like last night, I got home from getting my tattoo done and I was watching Moose Brother, and he was on.
Not me, by the way. The other one.
He was on Hooker. Yeah, Moose Taffy, sorry. Hooker Block, Moose Taffy.
Oh, Patara.
Yeah.
No, Hooker Block.
Hooker.
Oh,
that's Bloom's other character, isn't it?
That's Bloom.
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of Moosebeard.
Yeah, you're thinking of Moose.
Fuck, there's so many mooses, man.
And so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get on my old block, and I just got on Sunblock, who's like a albino deaf son of Mike Block who can't read numbers or letters. And so it's just, he's just like, has all the disadvantages. Also, he can't whisper, he's always yelling, right? So he'll like be like, hey, you think we should rob these cops right now? But
stage whispering.
Yeah. But like as a not as a comedy bit, but like as a flaw, right?
Dude, real role players will know stage whispering and they'll ignore it.
My favorite is when you do like the internal monologue out loud and they're like, huh? What'd you just say? You're like, okay, dude.
That's what I was doing it yesterday, and I was like, I can't believe that these guys are so stupid.
Oh,
right? I was doing
like
an echo to it, right? And then Bass goes, he says something, and I was like, how the fuck did you hear my thoughts?
But yeah, so I've just
good, man.
The couple days before that, I was like, I don't want to be on John Hydra right now. So I just made Christmas Costello and I fucked with Carmine, and it was just so fun. So I've just been like transitioning slowly into this like phase of just playing the like not having a main character, just having a bunch of side characters. And if any of them start to stress me out, I just switch characters, and it's been super good. I'm really enjoying it.
L side character syndrome.
Dude, L side character syndrome. They're all L's except Pyro. Pyro's kind of a W.
Great.
Dude, I can't believe how universally loved Pyro was. That was so weird. I RDM'd Hogshunt so many times. Not really RDM, but like he'd be like, motherfucker, I'm going to kill you. And I'm like, he's like, what? And then I kill him.
Dude, you keep playing that, I swear they'll probably give you a flare gun or something.
Dude,
like
I
that.
hope so. That was my dream.
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome?
I want a full-sized fire axe and a flare gun. I think that would be so fucking sick.
Hell yeah.
Knox, you watching this? Man needs a flare gun.
Your man needs a flare gun.
Trumps, you got any side characters?
I think both my characters are kind of my mains. I do have
Just
one
them two,
character
right?
I rarely play. Because I got Moosebeard the cop, I got the Littleman's my crim.
And then John Gang member.
Oh yeah, John Gang member, leader of the Red Garage Gang. Well, he's not leader. He's a member of the gang.
John Gang leader is the leader of the Red Garage Gang.
He's still looking for the leader because he doesn't want to lead it because he's just John Gang member. He doesn't want to lead the Red Garage Gang. He wants to just be a member of it.
Karma 52, please make John Gang leader.
I don't know if it went over well with the admins. I think it may have just been a touch too silly. And I got the idea from Walnut because one day he was playing John Emergency Medical Services. And so I was like, okay, well, you know what? I want to do like a parody gang thing. Listen, I want to do crim stuff. I have a pseudo crim. He's never done really any crime yet.
But there's one major problem. You can't chase boosts as a crim.
I can't. No, it's I can't get my brain around being a serious role player.
Yeah.
Everything I do is silly and goofy. Especially like with the Littlemans, we have a lot of crimes. I'm $6.5 million in debt. Like we do a lot. We have the most kidnappings in the entire city, but we don't do any actual mechanical crime. We've never like actually robbed a bank, even though we've got like, I think we even have grand larceny. Like we have like bank robbery charges.
You got a corpse to get a crime.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't know, something about like actually going out and like robbing a bank and like following the steps and like grinding for materials and like, it doesn't sit well with me because I want to just like rock up to a clothing store with a hostage, aiming a pistol at them, and then go inside and like pretend that you're putting clothes in a garbage bag, right? Like, like that,
My
that's
favorite
the
is when
kind of
you-
robbery
When
crime.
you buy clothes at the clothing store and say you're stealing them.
Yeah, Miles, he'll go put on a scarf. He'll be like, check it out. I just got this new scarf. Just totally robbed it from this place. And he'll do it right in front of the cops, too.
You just
Like,
need an
I
MG
don't know.
character. You need an MG because Gabriel's like, Dad, we do a bank and he usually just has all the shit ready. We just go and do it.
Oh, that sounds nice. That's
Just
what I
wait
need.
until the Littlemans are doing a bank and the Costellos come and vulture the bank from them.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like a mental thing for me is where I have such a hard time taking anything seriously. And it was really, really bad as I became a cop because again, you kind of got to take certain things seriously.
You do a
but I
great
had such
job.
a hard
Honestly,
time doing
I know
it.
you're kind of dogging on yourself, but you do a really fucking good job of being serious when you need to be serious on Thatch.
Well,
How on
for it.
cop because I always if I were to try to do a cop character, I kind of want to be a very gullible cop, right? But I want to see how far I can take him to where I don't get in trouble and get fired for it. You know what I mean? Like if I pull over a criminal, I'm like, is this car stolen? No, I'm like, okay, you're free to go. You know, kind of like
That one's
that.
already been done, man. You have to think of something else.
No, I know, but there's more to him. But that brought me to the following question. It's like, how much of that can I get away with that will be acceptable? Like,
Once
you know,
you're
what's
a
the line?
Once you're a full officer, you can pretty much do that indefinitely.
Okay.
As in your cadet
Or
phase,
you can do it before.
you kind of have
That's
to.
what I did.
In your cadet phase, you
I think
kinda
that's why
have
my
to-
cadet phase was so long. 'Cause again, I didn't change my character at all for cadet phase. I was the same guy, like
Yep.
through and through, just because I wanted them to know what they were getting, right? Like what they were accepting into the PD. And so again, I was very gullible. I was very much willing to like let things slide. Like a lot of the times I'll pull people over and I'll be like, hey, you were speeding, and they'll be like, I'm so sorry. I'll be like, you're sorry? You're actually sorry? Like, yeah, and I was like, all right, free to go. Said he was sorry. Guy's remorseful. All right, we're good.
Hey, unrelated,
Can
but I record this in OBS, which is tied to my Twitch account.
Oh God, no! I'm having flashbacks, Hydra.
I just got a follow from Barry McCockiner.
Little history. A couple episodes ago, somebody forgot to hit start recording.
Yeah,
so.
probably 52 chains.
No way.
How could you do that, 52? Wow.
Can I add something to that whole cadet thing?
Yeah.
So I'll be honest. I was told to tone down all my character traits and just, perform the duties of.
And then you didn't.
I tried to, but I couldn't.
So hard, isn't it?
I feel like I have a
I
disability.
can't do it.
I don't know how you didn't get fired, honestly. No idea
That's
how
how
you
I
didn't get
feel.
fired.
Dude, he's got immunity now. Like, and I hate to say it because he doesn't actually have immunity and he's not safe. But now everybody recognizes him for who he is. He won't get fired. He just will not get fired because everyone loves to hate him.
Yeah, you have to do something egregiously stupid, right?
Sorry. Go on, Chains.
Like put a hit on Winston, even though I didn't do it. I got 15 strike points for something I didn't fucking do. It's crazy. Fucking Mike Block, man. He's a piece of shit. They believe Mike Block over me, and I got 15 strike points. So today I might hop on and get fired. I might just hop on and today might be the day I get fired. Who knows?
One can hope.
Never.
I can't wait
It's
until
your
52 Chains
redemption
gets
arc.
fired and the only station that'll take him is CPD. Oh, that'll be funny.
Or you can join the newly created Southside PD.
David Speedy, I'm already part of that. Oh, you're talking about when the gangs pretend to
The
be
gang,
cops, but
exactly, when they rob a police car and drive around the south side, yeah.
We're trying to do that. We're trying to do that today.
I love being a party pooper, man. When I see that shit, I end it quick.
What the
I'm
fuck?
trying to role play. Fuck you, bitch. Fake cop. Give me that car. Go to prison. Impersonation.
A cop asked me, I can't remember who it was, but he's like, how'd you get that? And I'm like, I took it. He's like, I don't have time to deal with this. And he went off, and I'm like, okay, I'll keep on going.
You know who I miss? Universally hated by Crims, and the reason why I like him is John Doe. We spoke about it before, but John Doe.
Yeah, we're talking
highly
highlight about John Doe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy was a by the books guy, and everyone knew.
It pissed everyone off so bad.
Yeah, so
me too.
Cops and crims.
Yeah, As a cop,
I don't know why
it pissed me
cops
off.
though.
Well, okay,
He'd
so
write
like
10 paragraphs for a traffic stop.
Well, not
but
even
it was
that.
so in depth.
He was so by the book that if what happened in any way, shape, or form fit the definition of what was written, that's the charge you're getting. So there was a scenario where Santa Nove was shot down by Seaside.
Excuse me.
John Hydra responded to the scene. He was like second on scene. Nobody in Santa Nove was GSR positive. Not one person. But he gave all of them gang-related shooting. Everybody separately corroborated. Mind you, we're showing up as the people are still falling from the hail of gunfire, right? We can see the car leaving. So nobody's had a chance to like make a story up here. I separate the leader and I go, what happened? And he's like, we were just having a meeting and some guys rolled up and said, move out of the area, and shot the shit out of us. And John's like, well, you're in a gang and they're in a gang. This is a gang related shooting. And I was like, dude.
I get what you mean by but you need dynamics like that in the server.
Yeah.
If every
I liked that it frustrated me.
Yeah.
Anytime
there will
something
never be
like gives you
cop
emotional response like that, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because let's be honest, the reason most people play crims on this server is because of the cop mechanic and the consequences running from the cops as a whole. That's what it pretty NoPixel. This is not what most roleplay servers are like, but NoPixel fundamentally is a cop versus crim server, right?
Yeah.
Where the crims do something, cops respond, and then roleplay around that. So if you have cops, if you have agreeable cops, like 90% of the cops are agreeable, it's gonna get stale, boring. No one's gonna want to play it. But if you have a fair dynamic of hard ass cops and fun cops, then it's good. Which is why I really like Jean Doe, because he fit a certain like he was like super serious, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Levels of seriousness that people be afraid of going to because of the fucking OC blowback. I wouldn't even go anywhere near what he was doing because I don't want no hoppers. But Jesus, man, what he did was it's needed, and the people that hate it should reevaluate why they play on the server, because it's mostly because of consequences, and that's why most people view streams. You know, they watch streamers to see what could happen if they get away, if they don't get away, if it goes their way, if it doesn't go their way, the suspense. So I hope that whoever played that character, I hope he makes another cop.
I talked to him actually. I reached out and talked to Arvin, and I was like, "Hey, dude, just wanted to check on you. Like, I know permaing can like feel shitty because it feels like you lose the community you're in sometimes. I just want you to know we're here for you. If you ever need anything, hit me up. I know we had a lot of conflict in character, but that's all literally in character. And I was like, you gonna make a new comp? Like, what? He's like, I want to. I'm just busy with some shit, but like, yeah, it was fun.
You should.
That's good.
All right, we have some links curated by the Marabunta Grande here. 52, if you want to roll up to the tippity top. I think the first one is the one from 909 by Jing.
Why you got a clip of me up here, man?
Nah.
Oh yeah, that's. I need to talk about those comments, man. I need clarity. I need some clarity on that.
Yeah, run it up for us, 52. Give us a little clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Open that shit in a new window.
You know what? We're not playing this clip. I'm DMCA striking him. Okay, I can do that, right?
Yeah.
He gets one DMCA strike.
You guys see it?
Yep.
Yes,
sir.
I don't play crim actively. I do have a criminal part of Marabunta Grande, but last time I played him was like 4 or 5 months ago. I can't do criminal roleplay.
We are ready on the outside. Just make sure.
That's a lie.
It's too difficult. For
Gabriel smoked him outside the prison and never saw him again.
It's too challenging to start from fresh without getting in with a group that's already established. It's too much, man. I can't do it.
I agree.
I can't.
That's
I don't want
hard.
to put in the effort. The grind is too grindy.
True.
Cop is easy. Just make a cop, put on a uniform, do your thing. Simple.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is give them.
You're saying you're a quitter. Gotcha.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And
Yo, 52, I'll open a new window for clips so you stop showing us your report.
Yo, we see your police report. Is that Azul in there?
Run the next one. We got Azul.
No, but wait, I got questions on that.
Oh yeah,
I got questions for 52. So, why does it feel grindy to you? Because it's interesting. Because ever since the beginning of 3.0, a lot of people have said that it's a bit more grindy than 2.0. But I would say even for both Civs and Crims, right? It kind of feels like the access to money is not really easy to say, and yet things are there's huge inflation going on in the server, even recently with the prices of cars and houses and just getting access to money. It's quite difficult, and it is an investment of your time, right? But I think as a criminal, and this is where I want to understand 52 more, because even when I played Azul, I always try to keep him up to a certain amount of money because I never wanted him to be rich. Because if you're in the South Side, you just got to be broke, but broke enough to survive. But it felt like that sometimes I would get heavy charges from the cops, and my bank would just hit a point to where I need to actually work my way up to a better balance to, be useful at the end of the day, right? Because it feels like as a criminal, if you don't have up to a certain amount of money, you kind of feel useless, right? Because you have to invest so much into getting into activity, right? That you really do lose a lot. And that's where it becomes hard to be a criminal.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So what's your take on it? Why did you feel it to be grindy for you, 52?
When I say grind, I wasn't just talking about I should elaborate, but I wasn't just talking about like money. I was talking about like all the aspects of criminal shit, man. You gotta like grind interactions. You gotta get in, like, even say, all right, choose about a Marabunta Grande, right?
Yeah.
What can he do as a criminal? Probably do a few boosts and shit, but I don't like role playing around mechanics. I like role playing with people.
Mm-hmm.
So what else can he do? Try and interact with other gangs, cause conflict. What happens when that conflict is caused? Whoever's on the other side is gonna fucking min-max, PvP shit, right? So it's gonna be a fucking sweaty ass war. And I'm okay with PvP. I enjoy it. I like shooting. I like shooting motherfuckers. But Jesus, when there's like 10% roleplay and 90% is just mechanic based 6v6, that to me is a grind that I'm good. I'm good. Maybe one shootout I'll have fun, but once you do it like 3 times, because that's what wars were when we would. It's probably still is, not as much, but back when I was in MG,
pretty much, yeah.
Not just MG, it's the whole server.
No, I'm with you. Server. I'm with you on that. It's annoyed the shit out of me. Pretty quickly.
And yeah, and I feel like playing a criminal, it's not role play focused. It's focused on money. It's focused on click shit, like being in groups. It's focused on driving and shooting, and that's it. And cop role play, you can make role play. You don't have to be in social bubbles. As a cop, you can literally intrude into other people's. You can force your way into other people's role play by fucking performing traffic stops, playing a role as a cop. I feel like the creative outlet as a cop is way more diverse and easier than it is when you're playing a crim. Because I don't, it's just the way the server is, man, and I don't enjoy it. I can enjoy it for a little bit, but not my main. Like even if I was in a gang like CG, these problems will still be there. These problems will still be there. There'll be minimal role play. So the way the server is now, I don't enjoy crim. I don't think I will enjoy crim until the whole mechanic and the status quo is changed, which I don't see happening.
I'm really looking forward to like the upcoming potential hardcore server and the new NoPixel Red Dead server. Really excited for that. One of the biggest things for me is like the economy where it's at now in GTA. Like I'm really excited for everybody to be at square one again, and just have to start from there. I don't know. It's what I look forward to. Like there's some role players who have obscene amounts of money on the server, like broken amounts of money, in my opinion. And I think it just makes things a bit weird for some of the other people who don't have the money, like as much as some other people do, like trying to like obtain houses or cars, for instance, like silent auctions, for example. I feel like the way the economy is kind of ruins that, because you want to buy a bike, you put a bid on it, but someone who has like 10 million put like, maybe 8-9 times the car's actual value.
Mhm.
I have some problems with that for me personally that I see. But
I'm gonna say something that might sound
Yeah, go ahead.
hypocritical, but I feel like the main reason the servers like this is because of the fact that people try to build their careers off of like their IRL careers
Yeah.
off of the role play they
Yep.
get into. So
No,
they don't want to
it's
take
fair.
risks, and where there are no risks, it's gonna get stale. The server devs know this, the admins know this, so they gotta cater towards longevity. And longevity right now is episodic pogs, keep the pogs coming, keep the eyes on the
Yeah.
server, bring in people with clout. That's
There's
it's a
not as many
business at the end of the
permas
day.
anymore because of that. I feel like people are too
Because
afraid to make a
yeah,
change.
I don't think
something new.
NoPixel's ever been like a big like perma server. Like I think permas, like really
It used
impactful
to.
permas, happen occasionally, like few and far between, right?
It used to in 1.0, there were huge characters that would die because there wasn't too many eyes on the server at that time. There were a few viewers, but as the server, grew bigger and people started making, bank off of the server, like people started making careers off of the server, characters will not die because those characters are tied to the streamers, income.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's just business.
that's why that's why I'm okay with how everything is now. I'm not too bothered because I'm making money off of it too.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go, man.
Yeah, I don't know about you. You said it like it's very mechanically based to Southside, but I think you also you forget like when you go to a boost, the boost is all mechanical, but then the cops turn up, and if you're lucky to get some really cool cops, then boom, roleplay starts happening. Like before the boost, before you start talking shit and that, and it goes on through the teeth, and then when you get caught and you're running and and you're talking shit back and forth, I love that shit. It's good. I don't give a fuck that I'm going to get caught. I couldn't give a fuck. I like all that stuff personally. I like interacting with the cops that way rather than traffic stop. Traffic stop is really rinse and repeat. Like it feels very repetitive.
Yeah, you're telling us.
I feel the opposite. I feel the complete opposite about. So boost to me is repetitive. I don't care what anybody says. It's the same thing happening again.
Yeah.
Right now, if you go to any Troms or Hydra
Mhm.
or Xeris, because you got a cop to go to any B, C, or A boost. There's gonna be 2 interference cars or 1 interference car, and if you're on your own, they're gonna pit you right away. Okay, they're gonna fucking pit the shit out of you. It's the
Block
same
you
thing.
before the car leaves.
Yeah, and now I don't even roleplay for boost. I just go there just to get a quick chase in, play some fucking music, some chase music. I just milk it, like that's all I do. But traffic stops, because it's me who gets to direct. So boost, I don't get to direct. I just get to respond to. Traffic stops, I get to initiate, I get to direct, I get to control, and I find a lot of role playing traffic stops. A traffic stop could lead into anything.
But for my experience of traffic stops is I stop them, I go talk to them, or attempt to go talk to them. They just take off, go to the nearest highway, and highway blast, and that's it. That's all. That's my experience of them.
That hasn't been happening. Maybe I'm lucky.
Oh yeah,
That
with
doesn't
the
happen
mechanical
too
change of the
much.
cars, it's probably fixed that. But like you go back 4 weeks before the car started getting slowed down, like that was the go-to.
I agree. I agree with that point.
Whenever I get in cop chases, it happens not so often as before, but I know I've talked to people, other people I roleplay with, and sometimes when you get chased from the cops, you actually do get an adrenaline rush, and you get into this mode, and it's very exciting, and I think that's one of the cool parts of NoPixel when you start feeling that excitement that shit, I might get caught, I might be charged, I might lose everything I have all this shit on me, oh fuck, and then you see and you have even worse shit because you have a meth bag, you're like, ah, damn it, it's
There's a
going
word
through
for
all
that.
those. What is it?
It's called the boost beard. Trumps knows about it.
What?
Speed demon.
as cops, what's the adrenaline you guys get? You know, do you get that same adrenaline rush when you're going after someone, or like when you get ambushed, or when the surprise happens? Like what really like surprises you guys when you're in your cop characters?
Really good question.
Yeah, chases don't really do it for me. You know what really does it? The fact that I get to role play, I get to sort of slide in and out of different role play bubbles as a cop. I think as John Hydra, I've done a really good job of developing rapport with a lot of gangs. Rust knows John pretty well. Like, they were literally going to get their kidnapped buddy, and John was he was doing an eval, and so they speed past him, and they like stop, and they all have class 2s. Yeah. And he gets out and he's like, "Hey Ray, what's going on, buddy?" And he's like, "John, we really have to go right now." And he's like, "Look, I know you got to go. Send your boys on ahead. Look, I only got one eye, so I ain't seeing real good right now. Okay, so all I can see is your ID. Why don't you just slide that over, and I'll get you out of here quickly split, okay? I got a FTO in the car with me, and you know, another day, another situation. You know what I'm saying?" And he's like, "All right, John, all right, don't fuck me." So I went and I wrote him a fucking speeding ticket, and then I let him go. And she's like,
"That's good."
She's like, "You're not gonna arrest those guys for class 2s?" And I was like, "Shit, did they have class 2s?" And
like, that's good.
And so
that's
stuff
good.
like that is like, then later when I'm in like a pickle and I call Ray Romanov and I go, "Hey motherfucker, it's John Hydra. I did y'all a solid earlier, and some motherfuckers out here trying to kill me, so I need y'all to figure out who it is. All right." And he's like, "Okay, John, I'll find out. You got any clues?" And then now they're like, we're working together for like nothing criminal's happening, right? It's just like an adventure.
I heard that too.
Is corruption RP allowed in PD, or only certain people?
Very light.
Yeah, light corruption.
Very light.
It's frowned upon, isn't it? From what I've been told.
No.
I feel like it's allowed, just don't get caught.
Basically, my understanding is RP good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
make it fun. Don't make it something.
It's mechanical corruption that they really frown upon. And then like obviously like abuse, if you're really abusing something.
If the RP makes sense, then let it flow.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can be corrupt and still get roleplay out of it. For instance, Moosebeard, whatever you want to call him, he plays Bloom. And recently, I don't know if he was 100% involved, but I believe in character he actually told some criminals where Ezra Funkhauser was. And it eventually ended up leading to, I don't think he gave him the exact information that led to his death, but he had given some information up to them about Ezra, which was a little bit of corruption, right? Like, I think he had a bone to pick with Ezra, or he had like something that he owed to the HOA or something like that. And so he passed on that information, but it ended up leading to his cop getting fired. But it also ended up leading to his cop getting rehired and him being a lawyer, and just like this huge court case involving him, and like the RP that came from it was nuts. So it's like corruption isn't as frowned on as it was in like 2.0 or early 3.0. But you just have to be willing to accept the roleplay that comes from it.
Yeah. And the consequences. Yeah.
I feel like that's the way you need to be to roleplay in general, man. Like, you can't really expect things to go too well your way. It's just like taking L's and roleplay. It's the part of it, you know?
Oh, for sure. Some of the best RP I've ever got is taking L's. So
that's all the little ones do.
Yeah, me too.
That's all of our roleplay. See, the thing I've always loved about how we approach things is,
how'd you come up with the Littlemans? Actually, Trump, sorry to interrupt, because I think those are two interesting characters. I would like to know how you guys came up with that idea.
It's honestly totally random. So I made Tim back in like mid 2.0. Tim Littleman is like, I wanted a character where I could put on a voice changer and then just like do my voice. Because way back then, Moosebeard, he used to have more of a pirate kind of sound to him. You know, he like this really now I've toned him down a lot, but I didn't want to put on a voice all the time, so I was like, I'll make Tim. And then Tim was just like, I wanted people to hate him. I wanted him to be like this annoying rich kid who just like everyone didn't like and was just snobby and all that. But I met Miles and he was playing Whitley Booth, and him and I were like the two pirates on the server. And it was like starstruck that we managed to meet each other, right? And so we became best boys. But one day we're bored and we're like, well, you know, I'm like, man, I want to play like a shitlord character. I think it was right after Burn had done like a Super Mario thing where he was playing like Mario and he had that luggage cart from the airport and he's literally driving down the highway and there's like cops all around him. There's like 4 or 5 cop cars all chasing him and they're chasing him at 15 miles per hour. And like, it was just so funny and we were laughing about it. And I'm like, man, I want to make like a shitlord character that just does like dumb shit. And so I was like, well, man, I made Tim early because I wasn't sure if I was going to play him or not. I just wanted to make him. But I was like, man, I have Tim. Do you want to like make a brother of Tim, like another Littleman, and we'll just go roll? And he's like, yeah, sure. And then literally from there, it was just our chemistry that made everything. The only agreed upon thing was that we were just gonna like not take it super seriously, and everything else has just been like the way Miles and I interact together that's brought forth these little demons that we have now.
They're good. I like the little ones.
We like agreed a little bit later that we were never really gonna like chase for like a W. And it wasn't something that we verbally said. It was just like some kind of like agreement we had. But it ended up becoming where every situation we went into, we were setting ourselves up for a loss. Like we would 911 what we were doing, or we would tell cops that like this is where we are, and like if we lost them in our pursuit, we would come back and tell them how dumb they are and be like, you guys lost us, you guys suck, right? And then let the pursuit begin again, right? And so it just ended up like evolving into this scenario where we wanted to take the L, and if we managed to get a W out of it, we were like ecstatic. We're like, oh, that's great. But we planned in advance to not win. And I think that was like one of the like magic moments of realization, was that we were having so much fun from taking L's that it didn't matter if we won or not.
It's pretty.
I didn't actually realize you were a Littleman, and I only figured out
I think
it was only 2 weeks ago that Miles Away was the other Littleman.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't watch that many streams. Like I just never knew.
Pirates. I missed them though. Like yeah, back from 3.0. Like and people always confuse you guys, and then they're like, "Oh, you need to meet him. Oh, you need to meet." It was so funny.
Yep.
What do you guys know about Marabuntas? What's up? What do you think you know about Marabuntas?
Yeah, so
I'm going to start asking questions.
No, so I have a lot of questions about the Marabuntas.
Go ahead.
Like one of the questions I asked earlier was like, so you're kind of based on like the MS-13. I didn't really get a super straight answer on like what you guys do to make money, but like what's the culture like? What do you? Because like I know kind of like the Vagos are kind of like tight, right? And they're like get each other's back pretty often. I know ESB can be a little like conflictory with each other. They can like do a lot of infighting. I know GSF are on roofs a lot. Oh.
Can he say that?
Said that.
No, I'm kidding. I know that they play more serious, like I think of the GSF as kind of the more serious of the Southside gangs. But what
they do good girl play. They do.
So where do you guys fall? What is your what's your feel that you're going for with the gang? Because I think that's a thing, right?
I'd have to let the older members know. Answer that one.
The way MG have always been set out to be is a gang that never backs down from a fight, no matter who it is. Like, it doesn't matter if you're the biggest gang or have the biggest economy. We're going to hold it down, right? We're going to put up a fight. And to be honest, we've had fights with some of the bigger gangs, and we might win a few, but it gets to a point where you just can't win it all. And the economy is kind of the issue there, right? And we've always tried to like try to use a strategy to where we hit them where their money is, but it never works out. But at the but at the end of the day with MG, we've just always been trying to be those guys who don't back down.
Okay.
But when it comes to interaction, we've always been trying to make good business with other gangs and stuff, and we've always tried to be loyal to the South Side, in the sense to where we don't really want to interact with anyone from any other gang. But MG has always been open to the point to that we even made business with the Lost and other gangs outside of the South Side. But we're really an approachable group. But if you mess with us, there's trouble. That's why with police, you know, it was very notorious that if you went through Fudge Lane, you'll get shot up. Even racers know that if you drive through Fudge Lane and you don't say anything to MG, you're going to get shot up. And it's funny because I've then interacted with people that I've even heard them say in character, they're like, "Oh, be careful going up Fudge Lane, that they'll shoot you." And it was so. And then I've asked people in character, "What do you know about Marabuntas?" "Oh, I just know that they shoot people. They shoot garbage people."
We do shoot pretty quick. It's true. Yeah, it's really only based around Fudge Lane though. That the other streets in our turf don't really get that aggressive.
Kind of like really tightly caring about your territory, like not just letting people roll through.
Particularly Fudge. Yeah.
One thing I think can be improved about MG is maybe improve on our lore a bit, in the sense that I think we have to RP with our lore in a way, right? To make it very solid, because the type of people that it's hard to find a someone that would fit MG, right? Or a gang like this, because it's very hard, right? It's not easy you have to go through the hang around process, you know, there you have to get to know people. There's like a vetting phase, let's call it, right? That's what that phase is to see if you'll be dedicated. And there is an issue that, you know, if it's something that's happening right now with a lot of people, right? That, you know, you get a big influx of people, then it shortens, then it grows again, because you might not know this, but MG have gone through 3 waves of people. And I think many gangs go through that, to where you have an influx of people, then people leave, then people stay, you know, and MG has been going through different phases. And right now we're in a very small phase, right? Because only a few of us are being around. We are trying to get more people around, but trying to find someone to really match what we're looking for. Because if you ask me, what are you looking for with an MG character? It's just someone who's loyal to Southside. They don't have to be, you know, Latin related or something like that. It would be nice, you know, if you could have some RP that relates to it in a way.
Sure.
Right? It just adds to it. But we're just trying to find people who are, you know, just not more self-sufficient than anything, right? Someone who can hold their own, right? That's who we try to look for, not really people who join a gang to reap the benefits from joining it, right? And benefit themselves, right? Because it has to be a collective effort. You have to look at it not just how can I benefit from this? It's like, what can I give to the family to help the family? So when you ask yourselves, what do MG do? We protect ourselves. Like whenever something's going on, we'll go above and beyond to save someone as much as we can, right?
Have you guys had any
we always got our backs?
Any like they don't do it that much anymore, but like, you know, like prison transport rescues. Have you had any like things where like some of the boys are caught and you had like a really tight, like sick moment?
Gabrielle was November tried to get Gabrielle for double drug trafficking, but he fucked up and it didn't happen. But I think the boys that was going to be Rafa as well. They were planning on hitting I was going to request, of course, I would know to request a prison transport, and I believe the boys were thinking about how they're going to hit it.
Yeah.
But November, that was fucking hilarious. So November saw Gabrielle slinging weed next to a local van who he thought was my van. So he took a picture of it, and then the number plate from that didn't match. Well, my van, which was up in Polito, and then there was another van in Gabriel's garage, which was nothing to do with him, it was someone else that just had keys to. So he pulled that van out, which is the breach of their Fourth Amendment right, because they weren't on the warrant, and he just fucked up so bad, all because he thought he got confused about a local van that I just happened to be standing there. But yeah, Gabriel almost got double drug trafficking from that. Okay. But that would have been the It's unfortunate because it would have been good to see what the boys did with the prison transport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the chase we had the other day was really good actually. When Dan Faley pulled over Raphael with the boxes of weed, that chase we didn't shoot no cops. It went on for like over an hour. We did like Raphael did like 6, 7, 8 like
we all individually did lots of swaps, which probably annoyed
so
cops.
many swaps. Bro.
I would have shot you, man. I would have.
They
wanted
wanted
to shoot you in the third swap. I would have shot you.
We would like constantly talk to each other, saying, let's try not shoot. Let's try not shoot. Like try and.
Yeah, they shot us. They shot the helicopter as we flew away, like from.
Yeah, they were shoot. Yeah, that's right. They started shooting us too. Yeah, when we flew away on the helicopter. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about like as a server as a whole? How do you feel about if we can't pursue this vehicle, then we can shoot it? I.e., if they're flying it away in a heli, we can shoot the heli.
If you don't have a like Air 1 available, then fuck it. Of course.
Okay.
You turn any
if
means,
there's
right?
no Air 1 available, then I agree. Yeah, like why not try and stop them, right?
Okay.
Particularly if they're over water, if they're over water or somewhere where they're going to land and they're not going to die, like. Yeah, which we were when they opened fire on us. We were over water.
Yeah. Oh, we don't consider that at all. No. So we just opened fire.
But you know, like you gotta kind of bring a little bit of realism to it. You're just gonna let this chopper fall in fucking on Alta Street and kill all these innocent people. Like,
if it was over Viceroy,
but we can't pit it at over 100. We can shoot a helicopter out in the middle of the
city. Oh, crack off! You cops pitted. I mean, I got pitted yesterday in a boost multiple times at 130 plus.
Oh yeah,
I don't whinge about it.
Yeah,
cops. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if they're going to pit at that. I just think, well, I'm going to pit you back at that. You started this, but then when you pit them back at that, they're like, "Do it again, I'll shoot you." So okay, buddy.
Great, cool. Thanks, man.
Actually, since we have 3 cops, I want to ask a cop POV question here.
All right.
Sometimes you see a criminal, he's doing so bad. You know you're gonna.
He's fucking up.
You know do you kind of like try to at least give him a bit more room?
Yes,
like how do you do that? Like, what's your way around that?
Usually
I see Chain saying no. Their Chains is like hell no.
I put on the megaphone and I start making fun of them.
Oh, you're one of them.
Yes, that's what I do too.
I learned from Ripley.
Chains goes, oh, an easy arrest. Finally.
My favorite criminal fuck ups is when you go to a boost. And you see 1 or 2 of them down. They're struggling to put their voice in the car. So I was like, you take the car or what's happening? You need some help? I love those boosts, man.
That's funny.
The best ones are when they're S or S plus and they fumble the bag heavy at the beginning. Those ones are beautiful.
Yeah.
Recently had an HOA boost.
I think 2 of the weaknesses of MG though, like Azul was touching on a little bit, is our hang-around process. We're really hard on them, like almost disconnected from them. They have to show that they've got initiative and that they can stand on their own 2 feet. We don't babysit them at all.
I kind of like that.
It's not quick. It's not like some gangs you see people are in colors in like 2 weeks. It's months for MG. It's not a quick process. They're not like the other Southside gangs. Yeah. The other weakness, I think. Sorry, the other weakness in MG is my perspective. The boys will probably disagree with me here, but I think MG's weakness is they were too isolationist. They needed to
I agree with that
a little bit more.
Yeah. I guess I think Jing might have spoke on that a little bit. The way we've like stayed with our roleplay as Marabunta, like we've stuck to ourselves, which kind of works. Like it works in some ways and is good, but we're cut off from everybody else.
Yeah.
And like nowadays, especially, like I feel like interaction with as many people as possible is like really important. For just like having fun or just like multiple other things. But yeah, branching out is like it's hard to do, especially as with my character. I feel like because at least in character, like I'm like slow to warm up to anybody, but. Yeah, I think it's good, man. Like interacting with as many people as possible. And it's definitely a necessity these days.
I think here's the thing, though. Like I know MG does keep to themselves, but I think, and this I've always said it, you have to meet other people in RP. You just can't stick to your gang. I don't know, you miss out on so much because that's what you do. You miss out because there is so much opportunity, meeting other people, opening connections, conversations, drama, right? I've always said it, that it's important to go out there. If MG is not around, go out there and hang out with Vagos, hang out with Russ, or go meet them. Just talk with people you might not know, like, hey, you want to join us in a booth or do something, or you want to do this bank with us, you're like, oh shit, I've never done a bank before, this will be pretty badass. And people miss out on those opportunities, because they want to stick with the group. I think that's something I will say to a lot of people, that you really need to branch out if you really want to get the full experience, right? If you stick yourself to one little thing, you really miss out on a lot.
That's so true.
I want to add something to that. I feel like depending on the type of character you make, there's certain traits you have to follow. And when you make a gang character, a criminal character who's affiliated with a gang, one of the main traits you have to have is someone who's affiliated with a gang is to exclusively do shit with that gang, especially crimes and things. So when you leave your gang, or when your gang's not around and you're on your own and you do shit with another gang, for me personally, even if you're on super good terms with that other gang, it kind of comes off as weird,
I know where you're coming from.
I get that.
Yeah, but then that's kind of counter RP, right? Like, what do?
Yeah, it's like
you just stand on fudge by yourself. Like,
it's counter RP and it's counter content too, right? You're like, what do I fucking do? Go try to rob a bank as the solo Marabunta? Like,
but I know what Chains is saying. What he's saying is actually makes 100%
in the real world. It's nobody would fucking do that.
Exactly.
It's never gonna happen.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then what happens is, because this shit happens, is you get buddy umbrella systems where you get 9 different gangs working together, and then they go to fight one gang, and they're just like, what the fuck are we supposed to do?
And another thing is, when it comes to conflict with other gangs, there's gonna be this weird type of friendship going on. So when I was semi-active on Chewy, we had a war with Mandem. And the Mandem War, OOC, it was fun. It was okay. But IC made no sense. It made no sense.
Yeah.
These are 2 crews trying to kill each other. And as soon as the fight's over, we're like, good fight.
What the fuck?
It was the most, it's, out of all the wars, out of character, the viewers, everyone may have enjoyed it, but out of all the wars, even the CG wars and the BSK war, that's the one war that to me felt the most out of touch. And
I feel you on that.
I get why it was like that. It was because people wanted, because of the stigma around wars being toxic, people overcompensating, being overly nice, right? And another thing that was weird to me was, when you get shot down, the other gang would take you to grandma's so you could get back up. I mean, Jesus, it just feels like how do I put this? It feels like a Call of Duty lobby where everyone's putting on voices. I get why these things happen. I understand why they happen. It's to, it's for longevity. It's so people don't get toxic towards each other. It's so, everyone can just have fun. But at some point, it gets to a point where it just adds up, and it just gets so detached that something like that Mandem War we had happens, and everyone thinks it's amazing role play. It was good. It wasn't amazing though.
Yeah, it was fun. It wasn't like amazing RP or anything like that by any means. Yeah.
Were you in the Azteca MG War? Chewy? I don't remember if you're in that one.
No, I don't know. I mean, if I was, you guys would know, because I'll be talking shit every opportunity I had.
Oh man, that when the Aztecas fought the MG were wearing Azteca colors, and that was kind of forced upon them because there was no dark blue in the city for some reason. Their old OG flag got removed. I don't know fucking why, but
that's weird.
And they only had the Azteca flag, so obviously we took offense to it, and we didn't just shoot them straight away. We approached them a few times. We tried to make some RP about it all. And when we fought MG, it was the first time we heard that they they're brawlers, but fuck me, they're brutal. They were brutal, man. Like every 20 minutes they were wanting to fight. Like it was just fucking bang, 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 bang. And it was like there was no happy talking in that war whatsoever, man. It was fucking vicious as hell. That was probably the only war I've had that was real. There was no nasty.
That was good, man.
Yeah, I want to give kudos to Presti, who plays Diego. That guy is true to his. That guy he'll make you hate him if you're on the other side. He's like I remember we had a war with the stable, and he was a guy talking to. There's a crew called the stable. Moses was in it.
Yeah, they
Moses
were all about
Smooth.
they like hanging out around the casino, right? They kind of stopped being a thing, right?
Yeah, they don't exist.
They took the clean boys approach to gang shit, right? Where they wanted to be a business and build around the business and do criminal shit. And at one point, MG got in a conflict with them, and Diego Presti, who plays Diego, was like the one MG guy that had the most dialogue with, and they hated him. They hated him. They hated our gang. They fucking saw us as Southside scumbags. We would just do. It was. Those days were fun.
You wanna press D clip? I got one.
All right.
Right, let me put it on the show. So let me give some context on this clip.
Presley shot fucking Gabriel in the side of the head to end the fucking MGS Azteca war. He was nasty. He is nasty.
So
just that guy.
So in this clip, right, this dude knows Azul, right? I forgot his character.
Where is it? Show it, motherfucker.
Oh, it's waiting for.
Show the one where he just pulls up and just blows that guy with the shotgun. He just fucking
blows a guy. Oh my god!
So in context, Diego already told him to fuck off because he was selling there. He's like, "No, Azul, I know you." And Diego robbed him, took everything from him. He came back and asked Azul if he could get his money back. And and Azul pretty much gave him a warning. So watch this clip.
So before you play it, I just want to say I know Azul's like a GTA ped, but man, I love the way your character looks. I think he's one of the most intimidating fucking characters on the server. This motherfucker scares the shit out of me.
I play him so unique though. Like that's the thing. Yeah,
this clip was a year ago. And I want to point something out.
He's got the Space Boy wheels.
Where? Oh, this?
On the car, he's got the Space Boy wheels.
Yeah.
I'm big in it.
Look who's subbed to him. Look who's subbed to him. Just, quick plugging myself here. I'm subbed to him.
Damn.
Full screen. Look up there.
There you go.
Yeah, it's weird because the button said resubscribe.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, shut up, Charles.
Damn, caught him lacking. All right.
Like, trust me. It's best if you go now, Wingman.
So my life is literally dependent on this shit. If I don't get this money, I'm going to die.
Is this Wingman?
That was
it's
true.
Wingman.
What he just said
Wingman.
What he just said there was true. His life died because
his life was dependent on that shit, and now he dead.
Yeah, but it's best if you go now, Wingman.
I told him to leave.
My life is literally dependent on this shit. If I don't get this money, I'm going to die.
If you don't leave, you're gonna die. Wingman, I'm telling you, what you're asking for right now is not gonna get you any closer.
I know. Listen, can you get the 7,500 from him? I can just meet up with you at some point later and get it.
$7,500.
$7,500.
I'm sorry, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, so you're really fucking busting my balls right now.
Hermano, this shit you did here was not smart, bro. Not smart. I'm telling you, like pushing in a hood like this. Hi, bro. Like, trust me. This what happened to you, trust me, is the best thing that could have happened. Like, that motherfucker pissed. Like, there he is, bro. Like, I cannot do more.
He warned him. He warned him to leave.
What you want, huh?
I just came to talk.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, that's Presti right there.
Hey, if you guys are just listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you are, hey, don't forget to leave a rating. Okay, a comment. Let us know that you like it.
Let us know that you couldn't see that video, but it'll be in the show notes.
It actually will be in the show notes. It will be in the show notes this time. This time only. And you can also watch it over on youtube.com/HydraPLZ.
Hydra, please.
Hydra, please. Okay, I have a clip. It's not related, but I do. We were talking earlier about sometimes getting like people like not really caring if you're pointing guns at them, or sometimes as gang members you put people in positions where they get stressed and they go a little OOC, right? 52. Can you play the video that was from the clip from Moose Brother that I posted? This was last night.
All right.
What's with the grin, man? What's with the grin?
He's eating noodles or something.
My man's
He's eating
eating
soup.
What you eating, 52? Come on, bro. What you eating?
I bet it's a
cam off.
banana. I bet it's a
At
banana.
breakfast.
He's like,
Macaroni.
Looks like
It
some
was
pasta
in a
over there or
bowl.
something.
so we've been robbing dodo people all night because we need guns and money so that we can get our stash house back.
You play a block?
Yes,
Hydra.
sunblock.
He's
What?
Disgusting. Disgusting. That's minus 1,000 RP points.
Hell no! I play I play a deaf albino block that can't read numbers or letters and can't whisper.
Wait, you have 2 blocks? Oh, double homicide. Okay.
For safety.
On God, and would you believe none of these two be carrying a gun?
Yo,
well, they had a rifle, dog.
Nah,
oh shit!
But that ain't a blicky.
Go put those bags.
Which one had the rifle?
Oh,
it was my rifle. It was
it's your rifle.
Box.
All right, so you know how to stay strapped. Here's this gun.
She gives him a gun that has no bullets in it.
And shoot your twin brother in the head.
This gun has no bullets in it.
I need you to shoot your twin brother in the head to prove that he could have defended himself. But y'all play too much and don't carry guns. He could have defended himself. But instead, now he getting shot in the head.
Oh.
Holy
shit! Why would you give me an empty gun? Hey, anyone got 500K?
Why would you give me an empty gun?
God damn it. And what were you reaching for? A knife?
Oh, fuck. Oh, it's so good. Why would you give me an empty gun?
Who is that? Is that Hooker? That's Hooker.
That's
Block,
Hooker, yeah.
That's Moose Brother.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, that's so fucking good.
What a satisfying.
I wouldn't consider that NBL, by the way.
No, I wouldn't either. I think it was great. I think it was not NBL at all, but very fucking funny. The empty gun. Why would you give me an empty gun?
That's his fault. That's his fault. And it, mechanically, again, this NoPixel's issue because he just never had any bullets to begin with, right? You can pick up a gun and bullets are all client side essentially. They're on you.
Yeah.
So this guy just never had any bullets, but still, in RP, it's so funny as if like she gave him an unloaded gun.
Funny, dude. Him yelling, "Why would you give me an empty gun?" I was actually crying last night watching that.
I love that you can see Bloom in that too, where as soon as he does the roll and aims at Laura, he does the roll back. Right? Like the cop and him just takes over.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah, Hooker gets on radio and goes, "I just kill a motherfucker for trying to shoot me with an empty gun." Oh, fuck. Oh, so good. Oh, I'm crying a little bit. All right, Marabunta Grande. You guys have been pressing, you've been keeping it up, you've been keeping the gang going. Despite all the odds, I would say you guys are the ultimate underdogs of the server. I think you guys are incredibly impressive. I think that anybody who joins the Marabunta are going to find themselves with some cool motherfuckers. I play Call of Duty with these guys. I hang out with them outside the server. Dude, these guys are actually really fucking cool. They got a really great attitude. If people are looking for some really serious gang RP, and you want to be a part of a gang that's going to treat you right, they're going to treat you a little hard to make sure you're worth it and worth their time. Dude, Marabunta it. If you guys were gonna tell people, if you're gonna advertise your gang in a way you couldn't on the server, how would you do it? What would you tell people? Here's your chance.
Yo, Gabe, you got anything?
I got something.
Okay.
Don't make a character to join a gang. Make a character, okay? If you make a character to join a gang, you'll be stuck in a rut.
You said it. Make a character to make a character.
No, make a character, hop on the server, give that character something, some type of backstory, then work your way into a gang. Make a character, but don't make him and then the next day you're in the gang. Make him, give him like a few days where he doesn't interact with the gang he wants to join, grow a little bit of affiliation, and then join the gang. That there has more longevity. That's one. When I made Chewy, I made him just to join the gang. So
And that's why you never
I
play
also
him
made
anymore.
Raphael to join the game.
So you failed.
You put yourself in a corner.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my tip.
Yeah.
I actually, Azul is an MG pet, and I started my own gang with Azul, even though MG existed.
Mm-hmm.
I even thought about, because I could really have transitioned him in many ways, right? But MG just felt natural because he had the tats and everything. So when UMAD approached me, he was starting MG. I think it was him and Eliza. I was like, you know what? It'll be interesting, maybe. And the way I saw it is that we might be in alliance first, and then I become MG, which eventually is what happened. Because I think transition-wise, it made sense. But I never made Azul to join MG. It was just something that came out of the blue.
Get it? Out of the blue.
Yeah, Azul.
Nice,
yeah.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Anybody else got anything? Any good words for your gang and people that might want to join?
Kind of reiterate some other stuff, but yeah, I feel like connections are important, and like actually make your character and like go out, like don't have something planned for your character, especially if he's brand new. Just go get a feel for everything. Go, talk to as many people as you can, and try to RP your way into it. That's what like I would say.
Sir, and make a MG character, Hydra and Trumps. We need you here.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can't, though. We just have to make a character and then hope that you guys take us.
Right.
What you just said.
Yeah, okay.
Hope that we cut your... Oh, yeah. Tell them about our initiation process, Rafa.
Oh, yeah. What's that about?
Oh.
Or Ryu. Sorry, I said Rafa.
It's all good. It's all good. So once you're actually going to be blooded in, you pretty much make a vow, essentially. The leader, well, anyone who was blooded in by Sergio so far. So, he'd ask you a couple of questions like, why do you want to be here? What can you do for us? And, just essentially asking him if he's ready to make this commitment. And then he takes out a knife. He cuts off your ring finger on your left hand.
Oh.
And he puts in a freezer. I think it would have been cool if you might actually kept with Sergio. I think it would have been awesome if he had like a custom necklace with a bunch of fingers instead of like.
Damn.
That would have been some crazy shit. But
or if Marabuntas could actually be missing their finger.
Chewies.
We do RP that we are missing it, but obviously it's still there.
Yo, devs, hit them up. Take their fingers away, man. That'd be sick.
Yeah, come on.
Oh yeah.
Go down to like the earring section, and it's literally just like a hand with like a missing finger.
That would actually be sick.
This server misses.
You know what? You know how
Sergio, not just us.
You know how all the gangs have their chains? You guys don't have chains yet, right?
Nope.
No.
What if you work with Mr. K and your chain is literally your ring finger?
Your missing finger.
It's your missing finger. That'd be sick, man.
We thought about doing ones with like it'll be like a big cockroach in the middle, but then like a what's the symbol? It's like a red symbol with like a line through it, like
What's the
saying no cockroaches.
Nobody under 18. I see it on all my favorite Twitter accounts.
Wow.
Yeah, I chain with that would be sick over the cockroach. I think
true. No cockroach.
Hey, fuck you. Hey, fuck you. I think the server misses fucking Sergio. I think not just us, Sergio. He's such a big personality.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real shame to see him go.
Yeah, big shout out to you, Mad man.
Yeah,
I don't think any of us would be an MG if it wasn't for him.
Maybe we'll get him for the next episode, and he can talk shit about you guys.
I actually, I was telling Ryu that I think UMAD chose the. I think I would have thought of him going away a better way, and this would have made more sense for UMAD, right? I think Sergio should have been locked up for life, and he should be an MG shot caller from prison. He can come in every now and then and just say, give out,
kill this motherfucker,
kill those policías or some shit, do some sick, shit, or wreck some. Like that would have been interesting, like I've been like that. So that way, because
the police were fucking around when we were trying to get rid of him. Remember the police kept interfering when we were saying goodbye to him when we were taking him out to the airport?
I missed.
Yeah, we tried to fly away and
the cops were interfering.
He was on our ass, bro.
Oh, we were trying to like tell him like we're saying goodbye to him, and they just kept on fucking interfering, the assholes. But you know, they had to do their own thing. They got to do their thing.
I mean, you say I appreciate like the compassion for understanding that like cops aren't involved in your role play, but we talk about reading the room a lot on this podcast, and there's a lot of fucking times where cops get all focused on the chase and forget that they're role playing.
Yeah, hey, we're only human, man.
That shit. Yeah, but we're also role players on the best role playing server in the world, and we can probably hold ourselves to a bit of a higher standard.
We're all you having an opinion about other cops since you are a cop, you know.
Actually,
us as crims don't really share that sentiment as much as you do, because you probably see it more than.
Yeah, I've done it. I've literally done it. I've literally caught myself in like a fury, like arresting somebody and then like stopping halfway through and being like, wait, it was Randy Bullet, and I chased him from one scene to the next, and Carmine actually called in on the radio that Randy was in front of the Russian embassy. And I show up and I'm just like arresting him because it's the same scene in my head, but I kind of come up to him and Carmine just having a conversation, and I'm like, hands. And Randy's like, what you doing, bruv? What you doing, bruv? You know, or whatever he sounds like. And Carmine's kind of like, he's like, just go, Randy. I'll take care of this. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, Carmine? And you're just like, let him go. Like, stop. And then you're like, you kind of in character say, dude, you're not RPing right now. you're kind of like,
nah. No, the thing is, I would say you were role playing. You had a narrative that you were going with that I wasn't privy to. Just because you're going hard on someone doesn't mean you're not role playing.
Yeah, but what I heard was you are treating this character, right? This is how I interpreted what you said, right? What you actually said was you have to come at Randy from a different angle, right? That's kind of what you said. You're like, if you just come at him hard like that, it's going to go bad. You got to come at him from like a side angle.
And that's fine. It's okay if it goes bad.
Yeah, totally. But
what you want, if that's
I really like that, because in that moment, the way I interpreted that was, hey, maybe just screaming hands at somebody isn't the move. Maybe there's better ways to do this. You know, better than screaming hands and just tasing somebody that can infinitely get out of cuffs. You know, there's probably a better way. And so just since then, I've just been really kind of present about not getting caught up in the chase, right? Also, hopefully P&T's not listening to this. I've stopped not riding with people. I just fucking ride with people now. I don't care anymore. I'm a solo cadet. I just fucking ride with people, man. I don't give a fuck.
Let's go.
I'm over it, man.
Appreciate you, bringing us on here.
Yeah, man. I really appreciate you guys coming on. Do you guys have any last words? Any questions? Any comments about the Marabunta? Anything you want to throw out so people can hear it?
You know, there's only a few of us here. Like at the moment, as Zula's mentioned, we've gone through like a few different waves of people, but you know, we're still doing our thing on the server. You know, we're making strides to take MG to the next level again, and you know, hopefully anybody watching, you know, might tune in and see our progress. You know.
Yeah.
One thing we never answered. You asked us twice, and we kept ignoring. I don't know why. How do we make money?
Oh yeah,
selling meth, selling weed, selling boosts.
Selling boosts. Wait, what do you mean?
Like Vin scratches.
Can't pursue that. Sorry, guys. That'd be meta.
Yeah,
I'm conflicted.
Perfect. Now we can't chase you guys. Nice.
Yep.
Oh, so wait. So how do you sell Vin scratches? How does that work for the people that don't know?
It's
they get crushed.
Rentals.
They crush it down to make for the parts to make.
Oh, that's awesome! That's actually so sick. Is that like secret? Is that secret garage I see people go to on Crim?
Yeah, in La Mesa.
Nice.
Yep.
That's actually super cool. Do you get a lot of resources for that?
Actually,
don't. I'm not privy to the other end of it.
Well, I'm not sure what they get, but
yeah, I don't
make
even know.
Like 9,000 a B boost, or
no, 13.5.
So this is why people are boosting so much. I thought out of character, in character, John doesn't know shit. Out of character, I thought people were boosting because you got G&E, and I thought G&E was like the resource, but I guess that's not necessarily the case anymore.
Not always.
So basically you want enough G&E to scratch a good car if you want it, right?
Yeah.
But then also just to keep doing boosts to sell them to H&O for like liquid cash.
Yeah,
But
so you'll
also
do some
remember-
normal drop-offs.
So you
to
do
build
5
up your
boosts a
GNE.
day. You could potentially be 100k up.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty close to it.
It's pretty
It's 20k.
fucking cool.
Yeah, 22,000 for an A. B's 13 and a half.
Okay.
So we do that.
You know what?
Gabriel's kind of really pushed. I think Gabriel really pushed banking to MG because he
Yeah.
can do Thermite and
Yeah.
he's kind of a wash tacker now. But
It was
I
10 months of
am.
me on the server before I hit a bang in MG.
Whereas we're hitting them like frequently now.
I've played multiple criminals on server since 2.0. The only thing I've ever done like that is do a bank truck.
Oh, I remember that.
The old bank trucks.
Yeah.
Hey, if any NoPixel dev is listening to this, bring back the store manager. I miss those highs.
And the bank
24/7
trucks, man.
highs.
Bring them back. Shit.
The bank trucks are fun.
Those were
and the
fun,
store.
man.
The cops were really too thin for that. They didn't turn up. For
I
a lot
would
of the
love
store
for bank
managers.
trucks not to be such a big deal. I'd love if you could like knock them over, cops get a ping, you've got 30 or 45 seconds to like pull money out and you can leave at any time. You just get less money if you leave early, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'd
I
like
think
That's
that.
how
That'd be a
pretty
good
you
A
idea.
are.
couple
Yeah.
guards in the back of the truck. Dude, that'd be so sick. Just a quick little lick,
That was
you know?
2.0. That was 2.0
I-
when you did the
I like
bank
having
truck.
the lower level jobs.
That's
Like,
what I'm
it's not
saying,
like
yeah.
you're hitting a fucking a vault. or
Anybody with a
Toledo, but,
couple
like, you're hitting
gats
store.
and a lock pick or like a power drill could hit a bank truck. I think that'd be
Yeah,
so
exactly.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, dual jobs would be more interesting. Jobs you can do with another person, you know.
Mhm.
I think it will be more, and then you can have 2 cops or 3 cops, you know, go to those because it's not really, you know, it's the give and take of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
And
Mr.
house
Stores-
robberies is the last thing that we typically do to make money.
Oh, hell yeah. And that's just
Nice.
like selling stuff for
RP
cash. Right?
crimes.
Yeah, RP
Yeah.
crimes, man. Well, shit.
Last
you know
going
what?
off of the. All right, sorry. You go ahead.
No,
go
no.
ahead.
What's up?
I was just gonna share my opinion about house robberies.
Yeah, hit me.
On the server. I think, like, at least me last going off. I think it's like, I don't want to say broken, but it's like it might take you a few minutes to get in the house and like and loot it and come out. But you could disable the alarm and the cops will still get the ping anyway. So like you could be in and out in 2 minutes and the cops are still there. I think
The cops' response to it is
I think
crazy at the moment.
Yeah, like if you disable the alarm for a house, I feel like it should give you more time.
Yeah, I
or
don't really understand why you're breaking into a house, disabling the alarm, and the cops are like, going to this house robbery.
instant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I enjoy doing that stuff, like lower level crim shit. But yeah, it makes it difficult unless you just want to like chase every time.
We did. I think Zul, like Jing, we did last week you did a house robbery that I was watching over you. We were on radio and there was like 6 units turned up to a fucking
That's
house
way
robbery.
too
We were
many.
like, what the? We were like, what the?
That is
tased.
not according
Yeah.
to SOPs at all.
No, it was insane. The response. We were like, what the fuck's happening?
We're only allowed
And-
4 cars for a S boost.
No, it was
And
6
I even
units.
told Gabriel, I was like, I'm gonna give them a chase. You know, I couldn't even make it to a car. I got tased 2 times. I was
There was
like,
one.
well,
We all were getting tased, man. It was crazy. It was funny though. It was funny. It was.
yeah, I didn't care either way, you know. But I
Nah.
was like, damn, that's crazy for a house robbery. You know, it's like I was robbing the mayor's house or something.
Dude, I got a question for you.
But
Before we wrap it up, I got one question for you, coppers. Do you
Coppers.
get annoyed? Yeah, you coppers. Do you get annoyed when you capture the boost and they've got no hacking tool, like they've gone and depoted that shit? Like,
No.
Nope.
no,
Not
because
at all.
I just go down with it. Like today, I just lost 40k of boosting shit. I don't.
So
I
what do
don't
people
care.
do?
Like,
Do they hack it and then they give it to somebody afterwards and then they...
that go run to Old Street Apartments, dump it in there, then they come
Oh,
out
no,
of there,
I
then
don't
they
care at all.
rejoin and start.
I think it's interesting. I actually like when people do that because if I see them doing it, that's a raid, right? If I want it to be.
Yeah, true,
there you go.
true. But like
there's-
when you capture them, you've like, could they not argue like I don't have the tools? Like you're accusing me of breaking into this car, but I don't have the tools on me to do it. Prove it. Prove that I did it.
I love going to court. It's one of my favorite things. If you wanted to argue that in court, I'd be more than happy to. I think anytime when cops just want to like arrest you and send you off, like it's very right? But when you're like, hey, I think I have legal grounds to defend myself. I don't think you can prove that I stole this car. And we're like, well, 3 of us just watched you drive away in that car. You'd be like, all right, let's go to court. I think it's awesome. There's no
I
part
would
of me
not.
that's like salty if you don't have your hacking tool. And also, I don't want you, as a player, I do not want you to be so severely penalized after getting caught in a boost. Because I win. I've won. If I catch you in the boost, I'm happy. You don't need to be punished further. You're already going to jail. You're already losing some time, right? A couple minutes. You're already losing some money. I want you to keep your hacking tool so I can chase you again.
Yeah.
So please,
that's a good mindset,
shit.
dude. I don't think a lot of cops have that mindset. It's a good mindset.
It also comes down to like how everybody was treated during the pursuit. Like if you were being a dick or you were saying some like weird OOC shit, like, or just like being generally like strange, then I might take all your shit. But if you're like a really enjoyable dude, I think there's been times where I think I've even left dongles on people.
There's cops do that.
I enjoyed hanging out with this guy, and like I enjoyed the pursuit. It was a good solid chase, no interference. We got the car, we got him. It's like I'm not, just like I just said, I don't need to go any harder on you. I've already caught you and screwed up your boost. So
I feel also my viewers are pogging, right?
Yeah. And then whatever you paid in for the boost is your loss plus your jail time and all that. It's like, I'm good with that.
When a boost goes bad, it hurts as a criminal. It's pretty fucked.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to ditch your shit and have somebody come get it.
I want to say one thing real quick. Something funny that I saw today, and this is the reason why I love NoPixel. I was in a car chase from a boost. I was getting caught. I got pinned. I tried to get away, but Davenport was chasing me. Okay, I swam. I got out of the water, and I saw the funniest thing. Dude took out a donut, started eating the donut, and I scream at my character, "Oh no, you're eating the police superfood!" And he started jogging at me. He caught me, and I'm like, bro. Honestly, I was
laughing. Or is this Swedes? Because Swedes buys
donut
carrot cakes by the dozen, and he'll chase you. He'll eat a carrot cake specifically for the foot pursuit.
And it's funny because he's eating a donut, and for me, seeing a cop eat a donut, then he starts, and I'm like, that's supposed to make you slower,
It makes him faster, but it also gives him diabetes.
Damn.
I love those moments.
Gentlemen, I really appreciate you guys all coming on. Can you please can you take turns plugging each of your Twitch accounts and also your Twitter? Anything else you want to plug?
My Twitch account's 52 Chains. Twitter handle's the same.
And like you were saying before the show, if everybody from 52 Chains could just go right over to Hydra, please, and just use those Twitch primes, dude, we'd appreciate you. Thank you, Chains. I really appreciate you, man.
Too late. I've milked all the primes. I don't think there's any left.
Man of the people. Man.
He's milked them. Fuck.
You can tune into my Twitch. It's twitch.tv/RYURPG. Also the same username for Twitter.
All right.
Follow me there.
Serious?
It's Serious_AU. No Twitter. Don't do.
For those that don't know, spelled XERYUS.
Yeah,
play on the word serious. Thank you, boys. Appreciate the
of course. Cast. And Jing?
Oh, you can catch me at WildJing. Only on Twitch.
Only on Twitch and OnlyFans.
Only on Twitch.
Yeah. And
this was good.
All right, boys. Hey, really appreciate you guys. Nice to have some straight up gangbangers on the server. Yeah. Some straight up killers. Oh, the feet! The feet at the very end. Hey, now we can make people stay tuned for free. All right.
I won't lie. This was really nice because I don't know much. I didn't know much about Marabunta Grande, and now I do. I feel like I know you guys more, so that's nice.
And now, if we're ever chasing
get a different perspective from somebody on the server, I think that's very beneficial to everybody.
You both have chased me. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
But now we have an excuse to not because we're too involved.
The difference between chase and like knowing somebody in like RP, you know what I mean?
Hey, at least you're not stubble. Stubble, because like Gabriel has like a blue mohawk. And probably was the first person really to rock a mohawk just continuously. And this fucker just hair IDs me. He used to always wear a white singlet. He would white singlet ID me. He'd be like, "Well, you're the only one that wears that shitty white singlet, so I know it's you." I'm like,
I'm sorry about him. I'm sorry about Miles. Okay, he's become a W cop.
He gets very cranky when he's tired. So
yeah, he does. And once he's 14 hours into his stream, like he does every day.
Do you guys have like a chant or a saying or like a go team that the Marabunta do?
Good one.
Good one.
Could we have you guys all do that in your voices on 3? I'll count down. I'll go 1, 2, 3, and then you guys do it.
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Good
fuck
one.
Yespixel, episode 20.
Wait, I want 52
Wait.
say Viva La
Wait,
Mara.
Chains didn't say
But
shit. We got scammed. Let him go by
I
himself.
did. I did.
Nah, you
so
scammed
didn't
us.
hear it?
You scammed.
I-
That's
Wait, what did you want
Dora,
Chains to say?
he's not really Marabunta anymore. Let's be honest.
Let's hear it. Let's hear
This
it.
guy's caught main.
All right, give it to us,
Hey,
Chains.
Oh, wait, you want me to do it?
Give it to
Yeah.
us.
Do the Chewy.
No, I'm not
Come on,
doing
Chains.
it.
Hit us with it.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He scammed us. I told you. He didn't do shit.
No, I can't.
I'm ready.
Can't.
All right.
You know when you role play outside of the server? And
Just do it. Just do it. Just close
I
your eyes.
can't. No,
Close your
I
eyes. You're
can't.
right there.
I can't.
Yes, Pixel,
we don't-
episode 20.